guess it's gonna do this crap again. Okay, hold on. No, it says I'm here. Well, why the fuck? There it is. Goddamn phone. It always takes 20 fucking years before it comes up, doesn't it? Okay, come on. God, I hate Twitter. But unfortunately, that is the price that you have to pay in order to do the type of shit that me and the boys do. So, it is what it is. It's a pain in my ass, but we'll get through it. Luckily, I'm not expecting anybody to really show up for this or do anything, so... At least not yet. 20 bucks says wiki will probably show up here in a little bit. Let's go to the Discord. Okay, cool. Thank you, Discord. Oops, hope if I could fucking spell, wouldn't it? Actually, that's a good question. What the fuck? I don't... God damn it. There. Okay. And then, let me see here. Let's put this in Fandom Night. Okay, and then we paste that in. There we go. Post that up. Alright. I know, this is all so much fun and so interesting, which, you know what? I'm going to do like I did last time. Let's just be lazy. There's that. We're going to share that to a group. We're going to go throw this over into the Sentai Review Facebook page, and then we're going to send that over to the Controller Pileup Facebook page. Woo! Because I work third shifts, so, you know, there's a whole bunch of nothing at all points of time. Let me just make sure I sound right. Okay, no, I'm coming in loud and clear. Somehow there is one fucking person here. Who the hell, besides me, and some of our overseas fans, are the fuck awake at almost 6 o'clock in the fucking morning? Like, literally, that is the only reason why it is I'm continuing this game right now, is because it's 6 a.m., and I need to get some shit squared the fuck away later on today to see about getting the van fixed up. Like, really the big thing that I have to do is go over to the auto place and be like, hey, can you guys just... Sorry, got some fuzz on my fucking mic. There we go. But I gotta see about getting an estimate, or at least for somebody to figure out what the fuck is going on with my van. And then after they figure out what the fuck the problem is, then I could take it over to my dad, hopefully by tomorrow, and get all this other bullshit squared the fuck away. So, I figure most of these shops are going to be fucking closed until... Shit, that's a good question. I don't even know if they're open at 8 or if they don't open until 9. Okay, well, either way, let me just catch up to where the fuck I was, because it didn't save my spot. Go back to the stairs. Okay, get to level 53, which I don't believe I'm at. But then again, I already have Holy. Oh, well, it would also help if I clicked into the damn game. There we go. I mean, I'm pretty fucking close. And like I said, the whole team has Holy. The only downfall is as you can tell, my magic's a little low. But it is what it is. Okay, so let me check, because I know that there was one fucking place. No, not my fucking App Store. Goddamn thumbs. Google Maps. There we go. Yeah, that's the place I want to go to. I know they're only a couple of minutes the fuck away. What up, Ibrahim? How's it going, man? What the fuck time are these guys open? It doesn't fucking tell me, other than it's a 5-minute drive from my place, which is not that big of a fucking deal. Great, thanks fucking Google Maps. Okay, well, fuck it. I might be streaming until 9 o'clock, which would be about an hour before the guys go live, because obviously I'm not going to be there, because it's about an hour fucking drive from my place to get over to hang out, which Bill got his second COVID shot the other day, and he's fucked up from it. I'm doing pretty good, man. I got off work because I had a late, not a late shift, but a light shift essentially. So didn't really have to be there too long. There. So got home and said, you know what? I'm gonna hang out with peoples until it's time for everybody else to wake up. Hiccups. But like I said, Bill got his second COVID shot the other day, and he got a little fucked up from it. So I think the boys are going to be over at Scotty's place today, doing the episode. Nobody really pinned it down as to what the fuck was actually happening, which is really the only downfall to everything. Oh, Thor's hammer actually is something new. Well then, fuck that. We're going to give you your mithril hammer back. Because for some reason, I seem to be the one that hits the hardest. So let's do that. And did anything else change? No, it's all the same shit, which is fine. Okay. But yeah, I gotta wait for this fucking mechanic's garage to open up. And then once it opens, then I can actually see about getting the van fixed. But it is what it is. Like I said, it's not going to be the end of the fucking world for me to miss today, because I'll probably be in the chat. Because like I said, maybe I'll end the stream at about 9, throw on a shirt, because I at least got some pants on. I know I'm going to have to call this fucking place first. But I can give him a quick call, be like, hey, just wanted to make sure. That way then I don't drive all the way out there and look like a jackass. Because I drove all the way out to this fucking place, and there's fucking literally nobody the fuck there, or it's gonna cost me money. Because according to my dad, most tire places, if they're an actual garage, if you just go in and you're like, hey, look, here's what the situation is, um, can you double check my vehicle? They'll be able to actually check everything for you. Um, Either for free or if not for free, it'd only be like a couple bucks type of thing, like maybe 50, $60, and then they'll kind of check it over, kind of give you, an invoice of, hey, here's how much all this shit's gonna end up costing, and then you just kind of go from there. So if that does end up being the case, fuck no, because I have to keep everybody rotated in terms of magic. Because I only have so fucking much here. Which means I'm up next. Someone out of my way. Which, you know what? I might do that here in a minute. Fuck was I saying? Yeah, no. So just kind of go over, get like an invoice. Pretty much an estimate. Just kind of checking everything. Oh no, everybody has a protect ring already. Yeah, so that's not gonna help me. Fuck you, dude. Alright, you're up with the holy. You hit. And then I'll heal the whole team. But yeah, get up off my ass, go do up that shit, and be done with it. Oh no, actually, because Shane is next up. You know what? I'm not going to waste a whole hell of a lot of magic. I'll just do that real quick to see if it works, because I believe it does. No, it doesn't. Okay, good thing I didn't waste the magic. Like, 3 MPs, like, abso-fucking-lutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. Which Bill, I believe, is up next. You know what? No, I'll go ahead and I'll let Shane fucking do that. Because to be fair, I only wasted, like, again, 3 MP just to double check to see if that's what the fuck was going to happen. Kinda, not really. To be fair, we only found out about Bill yesterday, and like I said, it's not set in stone whether he is or is not going to be there. It just kind of comes down to a matter of, there we go. It comes down to a matter of he got the shot and it kind of fucked him up a bit, which that's to be expected. It seems like everybody on their second dose, like they get a little bit fucked up from it. But it's not like it's anything that's going to end up being the end of the world. If Bill doesn't throw it out himself, or if somebody doesn't throw it out, because to be fair, Bill might be like me, and he'll be in the chat. He just won't be there, in person, to kind of tell everybody what's what. But if nobody announces, like, what the fuck is going on, by the middle of the second episode, it'll probably get lost in the mix-up. But I'll go ahead and I'll make sure that at the ass end of it, when they're like, okay, and that was that, thanks for tuning in, and I'll just be like, by the way, here's what the fuck is going to start happening. But like I said, it's not really a bombshell. No, since Bill isn't... Okay, if Bill doesn't end up being there, everybody's going to go over to Scott's place, which, to be fair, Scott's place is like maybe a mile, so for you, like, I think it's... I can't remember miles to kilometers. I want to say it's like 0.75 kilos. Although, to be fair, when you say kilos like that, technically you're talking weight instead of distance. But you know what I mean. Like, it's only like a few kilometers up the road, pretty much. And notice how I'm actually converting instead of being typical American. It's miles and you'll fucking learn it. Oh yeah, the adamantite. I need that because then I could go get the hardcore badass Excalibur weapon that none of my guys can use. Um, Although, to be fair, I think I have a choice between armor or a weapon, and if that ends up being the case, I think I can do... I'll probably end up doing a fucking save state and then going from there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking Medusa again. And the only reason I'm not going down is something in the back of my brain tells me that down is the way that I actually need to go. Alright. Alright, I did 2 rotations of spells since I fucked up on the last one. But either way, like I said, if he's not there, it's not going to be the end of the fucking world. It just means he'll be in chat like I will. So he'll still technically be there. And like I said, that part of it is not 100% set in stone. If he wakes up and he feels like death, which he was already feeling like death yesterday, he might wake up and be over it. But like I said, it's like 2-3 days after you get your second shot. Oh, thank Jesus. You know what? No, I'll be kind. Leather cap. No, there's the ribbon. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put the mithril hammer back on fucking Shane. That way then he can at least keep the fuck up. Because the fucking power staff I put on him, but... Well, okay, part of it, yes, I will give you that. It is Bill's voice. Like, Bill's voice is at least, to be all honest about it, Bill's voice is at least a little bit more soothing than some of the rest of us. Plus, Bill kind of knows how to play with the punches. But that's because Bill also took I know it was minimum a semester of radio because he wanted to get into radio. So, when it comes down to podcasting, it's literally the exact same thing. It's a radio show. The only difference is the radio show that we are doing... hold on one second. Really? It's weaker. Well, but by 1 point only, so I mean... Oh, and it's evasion, even. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to give that one to fucking Shane, then, because Shane's evasion already fucking sucks. It's the exact same defense, and it automatically casts Invisara on him. So, that might... Do I have to... Oh, no, it gives me a free Invisara spell. Okay, I'm going to have to remember that for later. Right, exactly. Like I said, he went to college for, like I said, minimum a semester and took a course in radio. So he kind of learned that type of shit because you have to have a specific type of voice when it comes to radio. You have to be able to say things in a specific way. You have to be able to do things in a specific manner. Why the fuck am I running away? It's off in a corner. So you know what? I'm just going to go clockwise. But I mean, yeah, that's literally all it is. So I mean, he's at least a little bit better off than the rest of us when it comes down to the actual talking side of things. Like, I have immense stage fright. Like, I do not like public speaking, which is weird because we do the podcast, which is me talking to the public. And I'm going to light up a smoke, so hold on. Yet another reason why these streams are not for fucking children. And I'm just gonna do holy on this team, because fuck them. If you're gonna put 800 motherfuckers in my face, I'm just gonna take you out. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I mean, like, I have a fear of public speaking. Shane has a big fear of public speaking. Like, Shane does not like being in front of a crowd and having all eyes on him. Like, he couldn't do, like, he can't do acting type of thing. Like, he can and he can't. Like, if it's in the guise of, it's, you know, the group, we're hanging out, you know, we set up the camera, we're going to do a little skit, you know, he'll be able to run the skit, no problem. But if it's, like, for the first time that we went to the con, because we have the local anime con that ends up being in our area, it's fucking gone downhill since then. But when it came to the anime con, he about had a fucking panic attack because Nick, like, bumped into the guy who actually runs it. And he was hyping it up and hyping it up and hyping it up. And I mean, Bill basically brought, like, a set of, like, posters and shit as, like, free handouts because they were cheap. So we got a few posters made with the logo and shit on it. Actually, I wonder if I can even wear that, because holy fuck, you can wear the Protect Cloak. Oh god, it drops your evasion, though. Which means Shane, once again, would be the best option for it, but... What the fuck is Nick wearing that gives him such high defense? And everybody else is fucking garbage. No, it can't be the fucking ribbon. Either way, I'm gonna give it to Bill. I'm gonna boost up his defense. So now Nick and Bill can take hits, and me and Shane can't. But like, I was kind of shitting my pants a little bit. Like, I wasn't too worried about it because I knew, okay, look, we're at the con. It's Sunday morning. We're not going to get too many people because one of the big draws for the con is they get, I can't think of his name right now and it's going to irritate me, but they one of the guys that basically runs around with them at the convention is the voice actor who ended up voicing, I believe it to be Android 18. Or not 18, it's Android 16 or Android 17, I can't remember, the big white clown-looking motherfucker. But they get that dude because he's an amateur DJ. So he shows up to the con, they put on like a little rave, at, on Saturday night. It literally goes all fucking night. I've got fucking 2 of these damn things left. Fuck, I'll just hold on to them for right now. I'll have to go buy more later. 19. There you go. Thank you. I can never fucking remember. But yeah, I mean, they get him. He shows up. He basically puts on like a free concert, essentially, because it's part of the ticket pass that you get for the con. So, you could either, if you're in town, you can go home and like take a nap and then come back and then they do the rave. Or if not, then, you fucking get your hotel room and, you go to the rave and they're there literally all fucking night. I mean, literally all fucking night. Like, it runs from, I think it starts at like 10 o'clock and it doesn't stop until like 3 or 4 in the fucking morning because they put it on in the convention hall area. So because it's in the convention hall area, fuck, I'm gonna have to waste spells now, aren't I? But yeah, since it's over there, nobody really says anything about it because it's not like you're pestering the guests, you know what I mean, who are staying at the fucking hotel. So because you're not pestering the guests that are at the hotel doesn't give a fuck. So it's, hey, go do your thing. You know what I mean? So, there we go. And then I'll give Nick the dry ether when the time comes. Well, shit, that doesn't help me out at all. Well, looks like I'm going to have to fucking brute force a little bit here. Because to be fair, they hit, but not for very much. But that's Saturday night. So Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning, it's either everybody is still asleep from the fucking rave, or anybody who was like, I'm not really a rave type of a person, I'm going to go home and, not fucking think about this shit. Oh yeah, that's right. Technically, I have to do this in order to trigger an event, so hold on. The observation window. What goes on? Oh no, the Chaos Shrine. Which is right the fuck there. You have to take out all the other fucking shrines, which I'm in the middle of the wind, and once I get it done, the Chaos Shrine will open. Although, to be fair, I'm going to do all the extra game shit as well, so all the extra dungeons and that. But yeah, so I mean, we got maybe 10 people, and they put us in the main auditorium. Like, Nick hyped us up to this dude. Oh, fuck me. No, hold on. Maze, be careful. You need to go west, south, south. Okay. West, south, south. So I need to go this way, then this way twice. There we go. But like I said, Nick hyped us up to a point where it's like, yeah, we're a local podcast. We got, like 1,000 viewers. We do this type of thing. Blah, blah, bullshit. Let me check this boss's fucking weaknesses. None. Okay, resistant to fire, thunder, and blizzard, which means I'm not going to hit as hard as I want. Her attacks are thunder, poison, gas, ice storm, blaze, and her normal attacks. Use haste or temper for the attackers, which I don't have any. Cast null all and null spells, and then flare, which to be fair I don't have. On her heal... Oh, heal if health is below 500. Oh, Jesus. I might also be able to get away with something else on this as well, because it looks like she has 2,400 for her HP, which is no big deal. Magic defense is through the fucking roof, but a regular defense is only an 80, which doesn't seem like much, but considering the fact that it looks like all of her shit is magic. So let me do that. Hit this button. Let me save. Sorry, got to do a little bit of some actual paying attention to the game real quick. I got 1 ether. Shane, you're going to be my backup healer. Or do I want to waste the elixir? You know what? You're low. I'm going to waste the fucking elixir. And then I'll give that to Bill. Bill will be my backup healer. Which, speaking of which, before we go in here, let me just make sure everybody's topped off. Okay. But yeah, I mean, like, the auditorium literally hosts, like, a couple thousand people. Like, literally, like, 2,000-3,000 people. And we got, like, 10, maybe 12 people to show up. So, from then on, because they knew Nick was fucking full of shit, because he was like, oh, yeah, no, even on a fucking, no, we'll get a good crowd going. And literally, because they put us on that early in the morning, they said, we're going to mark you guys down as a PG-13. You're only allowed one swear. And we just got up and talked bullshit for a little while. And, like, luckily that calmed Shane down. Because I knew that it was going to be me and the guys if something happened and I wasn't really saying much, you know, I could literally just hang out. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, hold on. Fuck, I thought that actually... Oh, this might not be fun. I have silence, don't I? Please, God, let this work. Silence a bitch. Ouch. Okay. Null all. Yes! Ha ha! And then I'm still gonna fucking do the null all just to be on the fucking safe side in case this didn't work. Because sometimes their shit is actual ability and not just fucking... There we go. And not just fucking, what do you call it? Actual magic. Yep, like the poison gas. That's an ability. That's not actual fucking magic. So that's fine. That wasn't that bad. 3 roughly. If I hit it still for 64, which is not bad. Alright. Okay. And then I hate to do this to you here, Shane, but... Do a small heal, since that's all you have left. Bill, I need you to heal the whole fucking team. And then I'm got... one more turn. Oh, never mind. Good. Thank Christ. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Oh, hey, and my laundry's done. Good shit. You know what? No, because you guys actually have the mana for it. Good. It did proc first. Woo! That fucking sucked. I thought I was about to be butt fucked. Cool. Now I just got to get the fuck out of here and get to that one town. Which... fuck me. I believe it's this one, but something tells me I'm wrong, and that this is Karnak or whatever the fuck it is, where I needed the Rosetta Stone. So they have no fucking towns. Or, well, not no towns, but, like, no shops. Which is actually a lie. I believe they do have a shop, and it's on, like, the edge of town. Like, you have to act like you're gonna walk out into the field. There, that should get me my health back just in case. Because there's always that couple scary fucks. Yeah, it is. It's Luffy now. Okay. Alright. But either way, so we went to the con. Shane had his fucking heart attack, piss my pants moment. But, like I said, when it comes down to the actual podcast itself, like, Nick doesn't really lead. Nick is on-screen personality only. Like, that's fucking it. That's what he wants to do, and God bless him. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I mean, that's literally all it is that he's there for, is to show up, say some stuff, and then hope everybody, like, loves him, and wants to be his bestest friend, even though that's not really what he's there for. He doesn't really want to control the show. And I can control the show because I learned from backyard wrestling, which I know sounds odd, but because we did backyard wrestling in high school, like me and a bunch of my other friends, actually, let me pop in here because I believe Crescent Lake I can buy them. Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, let's go fucking crazy. Let's spend some fucking money. And no, I don't want a fucking tent. I need cottages. But yeah, because of being in backyard wrestling, like, I learned early on how to actually run a show and do all the shit that I need to fucking do. You know what? I'm not actually gonna talk to you, idiot. Yeah, no, I will. I'll talk to you idiots first. And then I'm gonna save everything right now, just the fuck in case. Okay. Okay, then yeah, then I'm not too worried about that. But anyway, I learned how to run a show doing that because we used to, record our backyard wrestling and shit for ourselves to kind of, objectively look at what we're doing and kind of go, okay, that was good, that sucked, this was all right, that there was shit, that kind of thing, which most people don't really have that type of an insight into themselves. Okay, no, it is just Excalibur, which I don't believe anybody here can actually use. So let me. Yeah, nobody can actually use. So, woo, I got Excalibur. Now to go fucking sell it for some money. Because that's all I can really fucking do with it. But I mean, yeah, that's just kind of how it worked. You know what I mean? Like, you got up, you did the show. We didn't really have a crowd. We literally did it for ourselves. Like, that was literally the only agenda that we had was, we're going to use this as a jumping off platform, to kind of learn how to do professional wrestling. And then there was like an indie group in the area. I'm about to go to a town. Fuck it. Use the magic. I'm literally doing post-game shit. Like, there we go. There we go. There's Ornak, which means I should be able to get... Yep, cottages. Okay. Well, I shouldn't need that many, to be fair. That should give me 40 of them. Let's do 50. Yeah, because again, I don't need that fucking many. Like, having a few is cool, but I don't need to be like, oh my god, if I don't fucking have all the shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's a fucking waste of time and effort and energy. And actually, now that everybody is equipped with the protect rings, I could technically, as soon as I remember where the fuck I gotta go to get the other level 7 spells, which I believe is the town to the north of this. I believe I can swap that out for the other magic. Unless it's not anything that's worth my fucking time, but we'll look. It's not gonna kill me to fucking look. You fucking whores. Thank you. Literally, the only thing I want to do is get to my fucking airship and be the fuck up out this bitch. Like, for 2 seconds. Wait, did I? Oh, yeah, no. It's on the wrong side. There we go. Okay. There we go. Discard. Yeah, because I don't need it. There. Everybody has holy. Okay, there. And then that should be it, because I don't believe there's anybody else I can learn magic from. Like I said, I believe. I'm probably fucking wrong. You know what? To be fair, I'm gonna go there just to be on the fucking safe side. Oh, shit. It would also help if I were to fucking do that. Okay. Alright. But anyway, so back to the fucking point I was fucking making, if I can actually make the fucking point instead of rambling on about the fucking game. So Bill did radio. He knows what it's like to do, like, the interview process type of thing. Because he also was a manager. I don't think he was, like, a hiring manager from when he worked at McDonald's. But, you know, he knows how to, like, play the game and, you know, be kind to people and that type of shit. Plus, he also talks with, you know, a bunch of fucking people, like, all the time. Just random Joe number 375. You know what I mean? Like, he just talks to people. So, he knows what it's like to talk to somebody who has completely different fucking political views from what you do. You know, and you know, basically be civil about everything. I learned everything from doing the backyard wrestling thing, so having to basically control the show. Yeah, full life is going to be a hell of a lot better. But the problem is I am out of money, so only one person would be able to get that. What spells negate one foe's magical defenses? I mean, that... Because until I can go back to another fucking town because I'm a dumbass. Yeah, until I can get my ass back to another fucking town and sell all my shit. And then I'll come back. So I technically was right. I was right and I was wrong. But yeah, I mean, I learned that shit from wrestling because I was basically like the promoter in quotes. Like I was the guy who was in charge of everything. That was my fucking character. Scott has a little bit of it. Like I'm not gonna say it's a whole hell of a lot. From doing local theater, and then he was in wrestling as well, but he was a referee, so he didn't really have to say lines and cut promos and do any of that type of shit. And then Shane don't give a fuck. Like if it were up to Shane, we would literally like say, okay, here's the folders that we got. We're not doing any of them. We're just gonna talk whatever the fuck we want to talk because like we have the show, but I don't care. And that's not knocking him. Like that's not literally a I don't care from a place of he literally does not give a fuck about the show or the fans or any of it. It's a matter of Shane just wants to be Shane. You know what I mean? Like that's the long and the short of it. Shane wants to be Shane. He doesn't want to get up in front of people because, like I said, he's got that stage fright. Like he's no good at public speaking, and I understand that completely. Like I said, I've got a fear of public speaking as well. Like that's not something that's in my mind. Oh, I do have that ruby armlet. I should hold off on selling that for right now. I'll do that in here in a minute or 12. God damn that healing helm though. Oh, temporarily raises strength, yeah. Hey, Excalibur, the fucking most broke sword in the world. Can't use it, bye. And then let me check my equipment real quick. Oh, no, that's why. It's because I did have the ruby armlets. And then I found the one diamond. Okay, no, that's perfectly fine. Because none of that does anything for anybody. But, like I said, so when it comes down to it, I mean, yes, Bill leads the show, but that's because none of us really want the leader job. When it comes down to it, if you ask any actor or comedian, you never want to be the guy out front. You never want to be the main guy in charge of everything. And I just wanted to check to make sure I didn't have any other items anywhere. But you don't want to be the guy that's out front doing all the stuff. You want to play a side character, like somebody where you literally show up, you do 3 hours worth of work, you say your lines, you do your crazy, whatever, and then you get to fuck off and leave. You know what I mean? If you're the lead role in the fucking movie or the TV show or anything like that, your job is literally you wake up in the morning, you show up on set, right around the time that, the makeup people are getting there, which is usually like first thing in the morning because they have to, get all their shit set up for hair and makeup. And then after everything's set up for fucking hair and makeup, you're literally one of the first people in the chair. You get your makeup done, you get your hair done, you get whatever it is that needs to be taken care of. And then once everything's squared away, then you get to basically fuck off and literally go shoot your lines and shoot your scenes and do all the stuff it is that you need to be fucking doing. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, is it cool because now you're the lead role and, everybody wants to be fucking talking to you and, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, there's a million and one people out there who want to be Chris Hemsworth. But at the end of the day, Hemsworth basically has to show up, he's got to sell the fucking movie, he's got to promote the movie, he's got to do everything for the movie. Nobody fucking talks about, like, what's a good example? Okay, so like Executioner. Executioner ends up being, oh god, what's his nuts? It's gonna kill me. The guy who ended up being Bones in the new Star Trek movies. He's the lead guy, in that Amazon show or not Amazon. Yeah, it is. It's on Amazon Prime. The Boys. Fuck, I can't think of his name, and it's gonna piss me off. Hold on. Light me up another fucking cigarette. And then strap shoes on my feet. because I was actually listening to his podcast the other day. Carl Urban, that's right. Because, yeah, thank God I have my podcast open because I listened to his episode of The Nerdist the other day. But, like, Carl Urban, he's the executioner. Okay, he has a couple speaking lines. You know, he's got some stuff he's got to do for that movie. But, literally, all he has to do is show up, put on the makeup, be in, like, a couple of scenes, and then after he's in a couple of scenes, he gets to fuck off and move on to his next project. You know what I mean? So nobody really wants that responsibility of being the front guy in the group. So Bill kind of took it over. And to be fair, if need be, I can do it. You know, Scott has done it from time to time. Like, especially when Sentai Review turned into the me and Scott show. Because at the end of the day, really, I picked up a fucking ice shield and a great axe from those idiots? I mean, I suppose that's fucking shit for selling and money, but fuck. But anyway, like, Scott and I kind of traded off being in charge for that. Like, Scott really took over more than I did, but, you know, we kind of did it in equal parts because all the guys were stuck at work because where they work at was, like, hardcore forcing people to, you know, stay over for shifts. You know, they were ramping up productions, so it turned into, you know, all hands on deck, every motherfucker needs to be here, like, 30 hours a week, or like, well, you had to put in your normal 40, and then it was forced overtime, which meant you were technically stuck working 48-hour work days. Or not 48-hour work days, holy fuck, that would suck. You were stuck working like 48-hour work shifts, so you basically had to work 6 days a week. You know, sometimes 7, depending upon if your area was behind and was it called for, you know, people to stay late. You know, that type of fucking shit, which happens in pretty much any fucking job that you get. Like, there are times where you can get behind, you know, with what the fuck you're doing, and then all of a sudden it kind of becomes like a big, you know, go fuck yourself type of moment. Hold on, I'm just trying to make sure. Crescent Lake, stock up on items and shit. Okay, Dwarf Cave, get Excalibur. I've already done that. Go back to the past. Okay, now they're calling for the Chaos Shrine, which, to be fair, I kind of don't want to do that just yet. I want to go run the other fucking areas, because I hardcore need to level up. Like, I'm only at fucking 55, and literally the first boss that you run into in the Chaos Shrine ends up being the Lich, which, to be fair, I could kick his ass with Dia, no problem, any of the Dia spells, but they have recommended level down as like 61 to 63. I'm gonna get my fucking shit stomped in if I don't play it right for the other fucking bosses. Which, let me at least check that real quick. Yeah, right fucking here. If I go to the Earth Shrine, in the Chaos Dungeon, let me see here. Boss battle, the Soul of Chaos boss, recommended level over 50. You know what I mean? Like 50 plus. And that's for all the bosses. You need to be fucking 50 plus. Okay, now we go to the Hellfire. So the Hellfire recommended is 60 plus. You know what I mean? So I definitely need to go do me some fucking power grinding. So since they're saying that the Earth Shrine is up first, I believe this is it. Yes, it is. So I'm going to go run this real fucking quick, grind for some levels and some money, and then we'll get some shit squared away. Oh, Jesus. This fucking thing again. Okay, there we go. Found the tree. Now, from the tree, I believe I have to go south. Because most of what's here isn't really going to fuck with me. Like, some of it... Ooh, fuck, the abyssal worms are. Okay. So let's back the fuck up. Because almost everything else wasn't really doing too much in terms of damage. Holy these bitches. Heal up. Heal up. Holy these bitches. Ouch! And of course Nick was the motherfucker I needed to goddamn get healed. Alright, well, he's just gonna be face down in the sand for a couple minutes. Because I'll kill them before they can get to me. Never mind, they killed me before I could. Okay, well, that fucking sucked. Alright, well, whatever. Oh, that's revives fully and restore. Oh, shit, I should have done that. The only reason I didn't fucking heal anybody is because I was like, well, shit, if I use life... That was a weird fucking glitch then, because how the fuck did I get to there before I got into basement 1? Wow, somehow my game fucked me. Holy shit, if I wasn't streaming this, like, I wouldn't be able to go, look, I just got butt fucked. I literally started in the desert, which is basement 2, and it skipped me over basement 1, which is not much in basement 1 other than those couple items, but fuck. That is douchey. Okay, and then we go south the fuck again. These guys only hit for like a little bit. Okay, go to the tree, we go south. There. Okay, now then we continue going south because the trees are technically arrows to show you where you need to go next. But, I don't know. Like I said, when it comes down to the show, like, Bill does, you know, the best as lead because we basically said, look, you're the leader. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes down to the whole pack mentality shit, you know, we not a joke, always put Bill as the alpha. He's the one who does the shows. He's the one who basically tells us, hey, look, here's what's what. You know, like, we usually leave most decisions up to him. Plus, at the same time, we're filming at his fucking house. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of be a little bit of a shitty situation to be like, hey, man, we're at your house. We're going to do up our show. And we're going to take it over. You know what I mean? Like, it's our show, but we're going to do everything at your place. You know, and then all of a sudden, it's one of those situations like too many chefs in the kitchen or too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Like, use whatever stupid, you know, term that you want to with that type of thing. But that's legitimately how it would end up being. Like, there would be too many leaders and not enough followers type of thing. You know, we'd all want to go do our own fucking thing, and then that would literally cause the show to fucking drag. And to be fair, it has in the past. Like, we've done shows like the What's Up and stuff like that, where quite literally everybody wanted to talk their own discussions. And while that shit's kind of cool because it leads into, you know, other people wanting to talk about that same type of thing, I'm so glad you idiots only hit for 1. Easiest way to fucking power level. We just walk back and forth. I don't really get hurt too bad. I just knock you the fuck out. Whoops. Sorry, this is the only time I gotta stop is to figure out if I'm on the right spell or not. But I mean, yeah, that's literally all it would end up fucking being. So, after a while, that shit, you know, starts to fucking grind on you, where it's like, we kind of can't stay on the same page. Nobody really knows like what the fuck's actually going on, that type of thing. So it kind of caused rather some of the shows to suffer. But hopefully, when with having Bill being set as hey, you're the one that's gonna fucking captain the boat and make sure that we stay the fuck on topic. Because if we don't stay the fuck on topic, like, all hell's gonna break loose, and if all hell breaks loose, nothing gets done. And if nothing gets done, then you're in for some serious shit. And I'm just trying to take these motherfuckers out real quick, because I know there are hidden chests around here somewhere. And this right here is literally the only part of the game that I like and dislike is this area where, oh, see, motherfucker, there was a chest. But you have to walk up and talk to the enemy and fight them. And the only reason I dislike it is because it becomes Mystic Quest. And while Mystic Quest has its use, I'm going to say, in terms of, like, teaching people what a JRPG is, because if you don't know what the fuck a JRPG is, you're kind of going to get your shit kicked in. Increases accuracy and defense. You know what? I'm going to give it to Shane. Because for some reason, Nick's defense... Oh, because he has the diamond armlet. That's fucking right. I gave him the diamond and everybody else has a fucking ruby. For some reason, I thought everybody was running around with a fucking diamond armlet. Alright, whatever. But I mean, yeah, it's just... I don't know. It's one of those things where it's hard to put into words when you're actually doing a fucking stream like this. Because you have to be entertaining for the nobody that's here. And maybe like the 6 people who might watch the VOD. But I don't know. Like, really, at the end of the day, that's just kind of the thing. Like, with Bill being in charge of shit, whether he actually wants to be or not, it makes things move a little bit smoothly. Because he knows, we need, like, everybody needs to be talking about this at this point. Or everybody needs to be doing this type of a thing with this. You know what I mean? So... That's just simply, it is what it is. And, like I said, when it comes down to it... Nope, okay. I thought there was something with that tombstone. Because I can never remember. But, I mean, yeah, when it comes down to it, like... There it is. Oh, yeah, and then I gotta go beat the 5 fiends. So this might fucking suck a bit. Shane, you have the most magic right now. No, Hilaga. Kiraja would be a little bit too much right now. Journey ends here. Cerberus. Okay. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, right. The Sentai review. But no, it's one of those things where, I mean, if Bill kind of keeps us to task, then and we know what it is that we're going to be doing and that type of shit, then it's really not anything too ridiculous at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, we can get in, we can do our stuff, we can do a show that's actually entertaining. Get the crowd behind us and keep doing what it is that we're doing. So it's not like it's anything life or death at that point, essentially, is kind of where I'm trying to get at with that. Okay, and then just cast Null Shock. And you know what? Let's just try to silence this motherfucker. Actually, you know what? No. Use your white robe, because you get a free use of shit. And then you heal, and then you do protect. There, that should make this fight a little bit easier. Yeah, there we go, because now it doesn't hurt nearly as fucking bad. And actually... yeah, there we go. Heal yourself up, Shane. But yeah, I mean, it's just simply one of those things where if we let Bill, you know, kind of throw down, okay, look, here's what we need to do, here's how the thing needs to flow, here's all of this, here's all of that, like that type of thing. It kind of keeps the show moving a little bit smoother and makes life a little bit easier. Not to say that there haven't been moments where, you know, shit kind of hit the fan. Usually that does kind of come down to points where, like, you know, we'll challenge somebody's way of thinking, and if it's, you know, they're not in that mindset, because you have to be ready for that. You know, it happens so often in our show where we're going to talk about some shit, and you need to be ready to go, you know what, you're right. You know, that's not what I was thinking about. Like, that reference that you made, it's not anything that really, you know, was something that made sense to me. But now that I'm seeing what it is that you're talking about, I see where your reference is at. I see, you know, what it is you're thinking about. I'm seeing what you're trying to talk about. You know, I get it. And very rarely does something like that happen. Like, Bill's put it out there time and time again, and I'll put it out there time and time again, where what ends up happening is we'll try talking to, like, Scott. And Scott is pretty much, you know, get off my lawn, old man type of thing. Like, I've brought this up many, 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 many times in the fucking past, where Scott likes to, like I said, he'll basically get off my lawn type of fucking thing. And what the fuck is goddamn wrong with me? Why am I hitting this idiot with a fucking hammer instead of casting Holy on everybody? Cast Holy on the fucking everything. I know the fucking dungeon earlier was weak bullshit, but holy fuck, that fight could have been done like 8,000 years ago. Oh, I actually have to walk into the thing. Yep, because now we have to do it again. Well, first and foremost, let me... see, this is the reason why it is I gathered up a whole bunch of cottages. It's because I remember this part. You literally have to, in order to get everything from all the bosses, and especially to make the level grinding process move a fuck ton smoother, you literally have to go in and then get to the boss and kill it, and then leave, and then come back in to find another boss to fight them. This fucking endless desert bullshit. Oh, wait, that's right. I'm being a dumbass and just going fucking west when I need to be going... or east when I need to be going south. Herp-a-derp-a-derp-a-derp, I am smart. Okay. To be fair, it worked out in my favor earlier. I found a fucking hidden shrine with like 18 chests and then got my fucking dick kicked in by some fucking stupid worms. So you know what? I'm going to go this way with it real quick. But yeah, I mean, again, I love Scott to death, but he sees everything in literal, like, the world is black and white. There is no fucking middle ground. If you steal something, you're a thief, you're a villain, you need to go to jail. You know, doesn't matter if it's a fucking movie or a video game or a fucking apple so you can eat. Like, doesn't matter. You stole fucking something, you need to go to jail because you're a fucking criminal. You know, if like if you can't pay your bills, then you're not working fucking hard enough. You need to stop being a lazy piece of shit, and you need to get up off your ass and fucking learn to pay your bills. You know, like shit like that. Which, to be fair, we've all been there. We've all thought that type of thing. Like, you know, Superman is the greatest fucking hero of all time because he's motherfucking Superman. He's everything that you need to be as a person. You need to be like, you know, really ripped and really gee golly Willikers mister, and you know, it's like that's not how the world works. Like when it comes down to and it's easy to tell that while I was gone you were narrating to basically no one in particular. No, that's dude, that's the show. If you do a live stream, it's your job to play the video game, and on top of playing the video game, you need to be able to just kind of talk. But like I was saying, you know, it's something where if you watch the old Jobber Wrestling Corner episodes, like whether you watch them, listen to them, whatever, which to be fair, they're only podcast format, but if you listen to those, like you can really tell if they're a heel. Scott fucking hates them. He buys into that shit. He hates them because they're a fucking heel. Which means they're doing the fucking job right. Like, that's the reason why it's called jobbing. You know what I mean? It's your job to go out there and get the hate that a villain would get for being a fucking villain so the hero looks good. And I brought that up to him on so many fucking occasions. He was like, I don't fucking like them. They're a fucking piece of shit. That's what the fuck they're supposed to be doing. Like, do you really fucking think that CM Punk, when he went out there, like, because I listened to the old CM Punk episodes on Nerdist the other day as well. And he was talking about, it was around the time where Rey Mysterio brought his daughter down to the ring, and it's his daughter's birthday, and Punk comes out, and he sings happy birthday to his daughter. And it's literally like there's an air about it, where even if you're watching, it's like you and Rey are in a feud right now, where you want to kick the shit out of Rey, and Rey wants to kick the shit out of you. And you're literally coming down and happy birthday, you know what I mean? Like doing that fucking shit. And he goes, yeah, I come down to the ring, I got the mic, I'm singing happy birthday, and literally by being the fucking villain, oh, that must be a fucking ether, because it says can't carry anymore, and that's the only thing that's maxed out. Yep, okay. But yeah, he's like, you know, I come down to the ring, you know, singing the happy birthday thing, and there's like this air of, you know, people are really uncomfortable. And I'm putting a man, you know, in a position where it's like, look, if you kick the shit out of me while you're hosting a public birthday party for your daughter who's down in the ring, you know, and everybody's fucking celebrating, hey, it's Rey Mysterio's daughter's birthday, you know, then you get to look like the asshole. Because all I'm doing is coming out and I'm celebrating. It's a public area, you know, public in quotes, because obviously not anybody's allowed to just get up in a fucking wrestling ring. But he's like, you know, it's a quote public party. You know, everybody's there, everybody's celebrating, everybody's having a good time, and I just walk out and I'm like, I'm gonna sing happy birthday to your daughter, even though I want to beat the living shit out of you. And that's the way that the fucking character arc works. If the villain is shit, then your hero looks like shit. You know what I mean? So that's the job. But at the time, I could tell you, as a Garen fucking T, even though Scott and I, like, weren't really, like, I think we knew each other, but I wasn't watching wrestling, and he was. But, like, and we would have argued hard fucking core over this, but That's literally what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to come out. He's supposed to act like a fucking creep. He's supposed to act like, hey, if you want to kick the shit out of me right now at a birthday party, you're the asshole. And if you don't say something to me about it, being like, hey, this isn't for you, you're not invited to this party, then you're the asshole. Because I'm clearly the enemy in this situation, but who the fuck's gonna stop me? You know what I mean? So, it's one of those fucking situations. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to myself. And then I think next up on the list is gonna be Nick to get something. But, I mean, that's literally the job. But he literally would have been like, CM Punk is the worst fucking wrestler ever, and he's so fucking terrible, and I don't fucking like him. Well, you don't like him because he's literally doing what he needs to do, which is to go out and act like a fucking douche nozzle to make you hate his guts. That's what you do as a heel wrestler. You are the villain. It is your job to go out there and look like fucking Lex Luthor, so the other motherfucker comes out looking like Superman when he kicks the living shit out of you with like a fucking flick of his pinky. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, it's not going to be that bad because, we're not dealing with fucking superhumans from another fucking universe. Or, well, another solar system minimum, because to be fair, it's all the same universe, but you get my point. Like, it's not some dude from another galaxy that showed up here, and because of the way that the Earth's sun is, he literally is superhuman, and you have to find a way to actually bring him down to being immortal instead of being a god, because that's what DC writes, is Greek tragedy, because they're literal gods in the DC universe. Like, everyone is a god. Even Batman. Batman is a fucking mortal man who can die, yes. But they literally show Batman in a fucking chair being like, I am the knower of all fucking knowledge. Like, he literally is a god of knowledge. He knows what the fuck is going to happen, when the fuck it's going to happen, and all that type of shit. And part of that is from dealing with the Joker, because the Joker is so fucking broken in terms of intelligence. Like, they don't really point that out. The Joker's actually a really smart motherfucker. But what everybody knows him as is the sadistic, clown prince of crime. And let me get in here, because I'm going to fight this motherfucker next. Let me top everybody off in terms of health. And then I'm not going to do the fucking stupid thing like I did last time, and literally try to smack motherfuckers in the face with a hammer. We're going to do it right, and we're just going to holy the fuck up out this motherfucker. What's that? You used Earthquake? It doesn't do shit to me because I know it's an instant KO move. I'm protected from all instant KO. Try again. If you can. Bitch. Take your fucking saggy lizard tits somewhere the fuck else. Can't do it. You can't death me, you cunt. Suck it. Suck it dry. Make sure you get my balls with that lizard tongue while you're sucking my dick. But either way, like I said, that's fucking Scott. You know what I mean? Like, if you try to... Ooh, now that one actually hurt. But I mean, if you try to challenge his thinking where the world isn't fucking black and white, there are gray spots in the world where sometimes doing something bad is a good thing, and sometimes doing good is a bad thing. Like... Take a look at McDonald's, okay? McDonald's is a fucking good example of doing good and it ends up being bad. When you look at McDonald's, they have like Ronald McDonald charities. Okay, that's fine. That shit helps, children and parents who, the kid is sick and dying, and, it helps to make sure that, the parents can get around to the doctor's appointments and shit like that. Like, one of my coworkers, she had a 13-year-old daughter who literally had heart problems. Like, she was a freshman in high school. She already has other issues because she's mentally not all there. I'm not sure if she was autistic, um, or if it was something along those lines, but her mind just wasn't developed. Like, she wasn't an actual, functioning adult at like 14, 15, 16 type of a range. She ended up having, it was either there was something bad with one of the valves in her heart, or she just up and had a heart attack at 14. And mind you, the girl wasn't too terribly out of shape. Like, she had, I'll admit it, she was a little pudgy. But I mean, this is coming from a fat fuck who weighs literally 380 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, I'm almost 400 pounds. So, I mean, I'm a big fat fuck. You know what I mean? So, pot, meat, kettle. So, I can admit when somebody is slightly bigger. And like I said, it wasn't like she was ridiculously overweight, like morbidly obese like me. Where literally my BMI is like 56.1, which means I'm literally 10 to 20 points away from needing to be in a wheelchair and being diabetic. You know what I mean? Like, literally having type 2 diabetes and literally being stuck in a chair until the fucking, either the day I die, or if not when I die, when I actually can get up off my ass and start exercising. Because you best believe I'm not going to be that motherfucker that's stuck in a goddamn chair the rest of my life. If I'm diagnosed with fucking type 2 diabetes like my fiance is, I'm going to do my best to literally, like, almost what Bill did. Where literally Bill got diagnosed as diabetic, and over fucking night he changed his entire fucking diet, lost a bunch of weight, and now it's looking like, he might be a little bit better off. To be fair, I'm not sure if his is type 2 or type 1. I mean, the fact that he's literally on strict dieting regimens and stuff like that, it's something where it might be, a small case of type 2. But at the same time, who fucking knows? He may have been stressed out and had a Mountain Dew, and then they tested his levels, and they were fucked. Because he decided it was going to be a cheat day, and he was going to go have a fucking sugary Mountain Dew that fucked up his body. Or he could have just ate something that literally spiked his sugar. I don't know his story. He's not going to fucking tell us in excruciating detail what's going on. I mean, he might, but like, I would need to hang out, and even then, that's not my fucking story to tell. That's his fucking story to tell. You know what I mean? So it's not up to me to basically spill the beans on everybody's shit. But if it came down to me and I became type 2 diabetic, and all of a sudden overnight I go from being 380 pounds to now I'm like 600 pounds, and I'm literally like, I can't walk up and down steps without getting winded. From the front door of my apartment complex over to my van is literally like 5 feet. If I can't walk 5 fucking feet to get into my car to go to work, or anything like that, where I literally have to be put on, like, disability, or collect unemployment or anything like that, you best fucking believe cakes and candies and cookies and pies and sugar, like sugary drinks, anything like that, is literally being thrown away. Like, I'm never buying it again. It's all going in the fucking trash. And I'll do like Bill did, and I'll go fucking keto diet and actually start, like, doing, calisthenics and shit. Like, not heavy exercises, but, just enough. Like, literally just enough fucking exercise for me to be able to get up off my ass and do shit. That might be something, that would end up literally saving my fucking life, and I'd do it in a fucking heartbeat. No problems. But it's just simply one of those fucking things where No, that's a... Yeah, we'll go this way and we'll fight this motherfucker. Which should be... Nope. God damn it. Luckily, there's no enemies around here, because it's all boss fights. Oh, I did just top off, too, didn't I? Good. Good. Dragon, I don't like. You, holy. You use your free. Invisible for everybody. You do your protect. Sorry, I'll get back to the story here in a minute. You know what? Something tells me your ass is going to do a butt-fuck ton of fire. So I'm just going to try to silence you. If it works, it works. If not, whatever. To be fair, flame breath probably isn't going to mean shit. But anyway, so, like I said, you know, she had heart problems. Because she was still 14, they classified her as a child, especially because she had the mental capabilities of one. So they moved her from, you know, our area, you know, here near Peoria, down to St. Louis. And they put her up in a St. Jude in St. Louis. And, you know, literally, the dad actually, you know, the dad was mentally challenged as well. So he didn't really, like, he was there, but his mental capabilities was maybe like that of a 16-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of peaked out at like 16, and then... Wait, can I wear that? I could, but it fucking sucks, apparently. So, yeah, fuck that bard's tunic. Glad I fought you. At least I got some experience points. But, like, the dad wasn't mentally all there. The daughter wasn't mentally all there. So it was literally just, you know, my coworker. And we're working at a gas station. It's minimum wage fucking work. You know what I mean? Like, they're able to pay bills because dad's on disability and she's working 2 jobs. Like, she literally worked full-time at the gas station, and then she was technically a full-time manager at the local Long John Silver's, but she kind of moved that down to part-time because the gas station paid better. Because she got moved from being a cashier to being, you know, in charge of the deli area, which was like pre-made sandwiches and, you know, shit of that nature. So because it was a bunch of bullshit of that nature, and she was full time over there, it came with like I think she said it was like $1 an hour raise, which doesn't seem like much, but in the grand scheme of things, when you got bills to pay, $1 an hour means something. Like, when I quit my job working for the insurance company, which I'm still not really going to say too much about that. I may have in the past, but I'm not really going to say too much on that one. But when I stopped working for them, I went from making like $16.75 an hour to now I'm working over at the local grocery store and I'm making like 12.50 an hour. So I literally lost out on like $4.25 an hour. Now, while that might not sound like a whole hell of a lot, that's literally per hour 1 cheeseburger at McDonald's. Like, not a fucking joke. Like, per hour is 1 fucking cheeseburger. So, when you've got bills to pay, like, I'm not afraid to admit it, the place I'm living at is fucking expensive as fuck because of the city I live in. The city I live in, it's either you work for this insurance company, or if not, there's a tire manufacturer that's in the city, and you work for them. I also believe that there's another insurance company that's over here as well, or if they don't do insurance, I know they do something along those lines. But you can go and work for them. Or I want to say there's like a big bank, like a bank slash credit card company that's in the area. So I mean, it's a lot of like damn good paying jobs, but it's a lot of fucking cubicle work. So if you can't imagine yourself stuck in literally metal walls that have, which to be fair, that's probably the reason why it is you have to be crazy to want to work jobs like that. It's literally, they put up like a metal frame, they put up a padded wall, not a joke, a carpeted padded wall, and then you use the carpeted padded wall to hang your shit up, like quick reference guides and stuff like that, and basically your entire job is sitting at a fucking computer all day and either talking on the phone or entering data, or if you're not talking on the phone and entering data, you're filing reports. You know what I mean? It literally turns into the movie Office Space, and that shit is soul sucking. Like, your entire day is poking your head out from while sitting in a computer desk around a 4-foot tall fucking wall. And the reason why the walls are 4 foot tall is because when you sit your ass down, hold on, black cowl is a hat. Something tells me I can't wear that hat. And if I can, I'm not, okay, good. Because I was going to say, if I can, I'm not swapping it out for the fucking ribbons that I have. Because ribbons get rid of fucking poison and stone and all that other bullshit. So fuck off and die. But I mean, yeah, that's literally your entire life, is you're to sit at the computer and slave away all fucking day. Enter in all the data fucking points you got to do, and literally motherfuckers will just kind of poke their heads out. Like you when you sit down, you're maybe like 3.5, about 3 to 3.5 feet up, when you're sitting in a computer. So basically like a meter or like a meter and a sixth for the foreign viewers. So, I mean, you're not too terribly, low to the ground, or you're not too high up. You can like poke your head up like a fucking, mongoose, or not a mongoose, a fucking meerkat, and poke your head up and fucking look around and be like, social interaction? Social interaction? Are people not doing work? Are people sitting around talking about their lives and actually enjoying shit for a minute? And you don't want to do that too long, because if you do that for too long, then your boss comes around and is like, what the fuck are you doing? Get back to work. And shit like that is just, it's death. Like, it is literally fucking death incarnate, at least when it comes down to a perspective of having a life, living your life, and actually trying to have some form of like creativity. There's no creativity in those places. Why? Because they don't want creativity. They want you to work. They want you to sit your ass down, drink you some fucking coffee or tea or whatever the fuck it is, your poison of fucking choice. Do that until the day that you fucking die. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck. And then I forgot to heal up. Whatever. The one fucking time. Oh, well, to be fair, I think this idiot just uses Earthquake. Oh, no, he tries to heal himself all the time. Okay. But, like, you cannot be creative in that environment, which is kind of the reason why it is that doing the podcasts and all the shows, they actually let me be creative and think thoughts and actually do something other than 1257896.2567972. The big red dog named Clifford ran down the park. Okay. 8297153273. Benji got ran over by a car. You know what I mean? Like, whatever stupid bullshit that you were doing. You know what I mean? Like, you punched in the numbers, You read the thing that you were supposed to read. You know, all that type of fucking dog shit. So that shit is fucking soul crushing if you're any type of a creative person. So I don't recommend it. But at the same time, you need those jobs just like you need the job I'm doing now, which, like I said, is fucking stocking shelves for... Ooh, Mega Elixir. Cool. So let me actually come up in this bitch. Let me sort. Much fucking better. Okay. But I mean, yeah, like, while like I said, it's fucking soul crushing, it's still something that you could fucking do and get paid a fuck ton of money and be able to do shit. But like I said, for that family, it was mom worked 2 jobs, dad collected unemployment because he was, no offense to him, he was too dumb to work any other job. Like, and literally there's places in America where they'll take anybody. I mean anybody. Doesn't matter if you're young, doesn't matter if you're old, doesn't matter if you're smart, doesn't matter if you're an idiot. Like, they'll take you. Like, as long as you can fucking listen for the beep on the deep fry machine for the french fries, you can work a job. So, for him to be getting fucking disability, you know, that says some stuff. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be an ass. You know, I'm just kind of calling them as I sees them. And, you know, they were a nice couple. Like, they were cool dudes. You know, both my coworker and that. And, you know, I really felt for them when this happened. And like I said, because it was just fucking them, and there was really nobody else around who could help or do anything, like, it sucked. So they had to use Ronald McDonald, you know, the Ronald McDonald House, to help out with shit. Like, when she had to go stay in the hospital in St. Louis, you know, she had to rent hotel rooms. Well, she doesn't have money for a fucking hotel room. They're barely being able to get by fucking paying mortgage on a fucking house. You know, with it being her working 2 jobs and the dad getting fucking unemployment. So Ronald McDonald House would step up and be like, hey, you know, we'll fucking help you out, and here's some money for this, and, you know, here's all of that, and blah, blah, blah. And, I mean, yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you guys are doing some shit like that, you know, and actually helping out the community. But at the same time, you're doing it on the backs of basically not paying the people that work for you a living wage. Like, you're paying these people minimum wage, which in America, minimum wage is just enough for you to be able to get groceries, but not pay rent. And as I was saying before, because I got no fucking issues with it. You know, I got no problems. I could throw out my dirty laundry, you know, anywhere. I don't give a fuck. But, oh wait, I went to the wrong fucking spot. I think I needed to go to the castle first, because I believe that's where the fire shrine is. Yeah, I got no issues. I don't give a shit. I literally live in a place that's fucking super expensive. Like, my rent per month for me, my fiance, and 2 cats is fucking almost $700 a month. Now think about that. $700 a fucking month. I have to pay internet, which my internet bill went up because I'm out of the year introductory rate. So instead of getting internet for, like, it used to be $100, now it's $130. So it's 138 or some such shit. So technically speaking, it's almost 140. Where the fuck? South. There we go. So I mean, yeah, I'm paying like $140 a month, like per month, for internet. Like, that's a little fucking extreme. You know, and then on top of that, I've got to pay, the electric bill, and then the gas bill, because you need the gas in order to heat the water furnace, and then you need the electric to, well, have electricity in your fucking place. And that's usually between the two of them almost $100. So right off the bat, just for me to have a place to fucking live and keep it heated and have power for me to charge up my phone or watch TV or do a stream, that's already almost $800, and then you add on the internet, that's like $900. You know what I mean? And then that doesn't include like the subscription to Hulu, and then the subscription to Netflix, and then the subscription to fucking YouTube Premium, so I can get YouTube Music and not have to watch fucking ads unless it's like a sponsored content ad for the channel, which, I mean, good on you, that's another way to make money. But, you know, there's those, which rack up to almost $100, and then phone bills, and then, you know, on top of all of that, you know, for a while there, I had a loan for getting my van, because I essentially got the loan because I needed to build up my credit. So the way that this worked, my dad came up with a good idea. I get the personal loan, I pay off the loan, it boosts my credit, and then after my credit gets boosted, I'm basically giving the money to my stepsister to buy her vehicle so she could take that money, because I bought the van off of her, and then she was going to take that money to turn around and buy a car off of my dad's neighbor, because my dad's neighbor was working as a mechanic at a place where they basically bought a car off of a guy, and the car that they bought off the dude, because the guy was like a old man in like his 80s, I believe, but the car that they bought off the dude, he literally drove it like 3 places, and that was fucking it. Like, literally drove it to 3 places, and then never the fuck again. Or wait, do I need to be here? Because the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking it might actually be in here somewhere. Because as soon as I walked into the castle, I was like, no, this is all wrong. Because I think I should be able to walk over... No, because that's the items. Yeah, that's just the room with all the items. And then down there is not existent anymore because the guy blew it up. Hold on, well, since I'm just running in fucking circles and wasting my time and your time. Where is... Lifespring Grotto. 20 floors, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. Or was I looking at the wrong fucking place? Hellfire Chasm. There we go. Okay, so then I need to... Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Map. Well, actually, it's probably the wrong map. Is this going to be the better map? Yes and no. It looks like I actually have to go to the fucking website instead of just looking at the damn thing. No, that is NES. God fucking damn it. I don't need the NES version. I need the fucking... Here, let's get a little bit more specific in my Google search. Let's add Game Boy Advance to it. There we go. See, now that doesn't fucking help me at all either. Ooh, much better. Much better. Okay, cool. Thank you. Finally, I found a fucking map worth looking at, so I'd stop wasting everybody's fucking time. Hellspring Grotto. That's Whispering Cove. I'm gonna go there later. Hellfire Chasm. Oh, it's up near Buhamut. Motherfucker. Wasting everybody's fucking time. Gotta literally go north. See, because I knew I'd bumped into it once a long fucking time ago. Which means I technically should have had it on my fucking map already. In fact... Oh, it literally is just the next island over. Okay. Really? Half a patch of fucking marshland? Fucking pain in my dick. But now that our prince has become king, no one is likely to enter it anytime soon. Pfft, fuck you, I will. I'm dumb. Wait, does this count as a world map? Let me try this. Ah! Okay. So it looks like a fucking world map. It's not actually a world map. Okay, well, fuck you too then. I thought I could cheat the fucking system. All of them with canoe or airship. Oh, fuck me. That's right. That's why. Because I literally have to fucking go around in this area and find all the treasures in that. And then once I have all the fucking treasures, then that's gonna let me, damn it, get to where I gotta go. Ooh, a remedy. Nice. That'll actually never come in handy. Shit for selling, though. Which is always good. I'm gonna go... Yeah, let's go this way. But I mean, like I said, they have the Ronald McDonald House, charities, which basically helps families of, children in need, almost like St. Jude. But they literally do that on the backs of paying minimum wage to their workers. And getting paid minimum fucking wage, it's kind of hard to pay your bills and do all the shit that you need to do. Like I said, I'm literally working a job where, since minimum wage is like, I want to say minimum wage in Illinois right now is only $10 an hour. I know that's supposed to go up, I believe, because I know that they had passed a law a while back where minimum wage is supposed to jump up to $15 an hour. So it's supposed to go up shortly if it hasn't already. But it's one of those things where, like I said, I have to come up with $1,000 just to be able to afford my shit. You know what I mean? And I'm only working part-time. My job isn't even a fucking full-time job. It's only a fucking part-time. So that means either pretty soon, like real fucking quick here, I either need to get out of the fucking part-time shit and get hired on as full-time, or if I don't get hired on as fucking full-time, I'm going to have to find me another fucking job and literally be working 2 jobs. If not, quit the one that I'm in now, and after I quit the fucking one that I'm at now, like, find something else that becomes full-time. And to be fair, where Shane works at, I know he said that because they've been ramping up production because he's working for a car manufacturer, he said that they're ramping up production, so they're kind of looking for people. And to be fair, if I can already show, hey, I've got the experience, I've already paid up the union dues, which I believe I should be done with shortly, because the union dues are like $100, at least for the grocery store that I'm at, because the store that I'm at is union. And it's like $100 for the original entry fee into the union, and then after that, it lowers dramatically. So the actual dues out of my paycheck every single week for when I get paid, because I get paid weekly. But the dues end up being like $8 a week, which basically translates to... fuck my shoulder. Damn it. Anyway, it ends up being like $32 a month. So, not too ridiculous. But once that 100 is gone for, the actual sign-up fee shit for the union, then anywhere else that I go to, most other unions are gonna, honor the fact that, yeah, I've already been in a fucking union. They can check the credentials because they're gonna keep that shit on fucking file. Be like, hey, I worked for, XYZ grocery store. And they should have it on fucking file that I already paid, the membership, I guess, is essentially the correct way to put it. But I've already paid up on the fucking membership, and then they can literally just be like, okay, well, your fucking union dues, or, it's either they're going to come out of your check automatically, or, you need to make sure that you actually walk in and fucking hand them money to pay up for, union dues every month or whatever. And fucking basically be done with it. And speaking of being done with it, Jesus fucking Christ. That's the only fucking thing I hate about fucking 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning is because my building ends up facing toward the west. Literally, first thing in the morning is the sun is goddamn coming up. It's always right in my fucking face. So I'm trying to find a good fucking position for me to be sitting in, so as not to let the sun basically blind me to death. There. Okay. But yeah, I mean, McDonald's, they do like a whole fuck ton of like shady business practices. Like, I mean, to be fair, the guy who basically founded the company, Ray Kroc, was a fucking shyster in the first place. Like, he was a fucking milkshake salesman. Like, that was his entire job, is he was like, tasked with going around to different companies, whether it be a fucking drive-in or, like an actual family restaurant, anything along those lines, and selling them like a fucking 6-speed hand mixer, essentially, or like a not a 6-speed, but like a like a 6-unit milkshake mixer. Wait, are those literally the only 2 fucking bosses that are in this area? Hold the fuck up. Unless maybe there were 2 paths when I first started. Yeah, that might be it. No, because I believe that's where I started at. And over here is a dead end. So yeah, there's only fucking 2 bosses here. What the shit? Okay, well, what the fuck ever. But yeah, there was that, and then all of a sudden he got... I mean, to be fair, all I'm doing is basically recounting the movie The Founder. So if you want, fucking get on Netflix, find it, and watch it. It's a damn good movie. But basically the long and the short of it is he was doing... the job in the Midwest. So, in, like, Illinois is where he lived at. And he's doing his fucking job, doing his fucking thing, and then found out about this fucking company, like, this burger joint over in California, ran by 2 brothers, whose last name were McDonald. So they started up a restaurant and called it McDonald's. And they decided that instead of doing the drive-in thing, where you pull up, they get some little 16-year-old girl on roller skates to kind of come by and flash her ass and tits at you to be like, hey, you should buy some fucking food. and keep the motherfuckers sitting there. And they would literally serve all sorts of everything. It was basically like a diner that you could fucking pull up in your car and fucking eat at. Which I've been to those like a couple different times because we still have one here in Illinois. In fact, it's over in our area. I don't know if it's still up or not. I know it was for a while because my grandmother took me there. Because it's over in North Pekin. But either way, so basically they said, you know what? You just fucking, you pull up, you come up to the window, you place your order, we fucking hand you the food instantly, and then you walk the fuck away. We got a couple park benches, you can sit the fuck down, and you can eat your fucking food. I was like, really? Like, yeah, that's what we're doing. You pull the fuck up, you tell us what the fuck you want to eat, we'll fucking make you the food, and then you go fucking eat. In fact, by the time you place the fucking order, we'll have it in a bag, and you'll be good to go. And literally, Ray was like, look, man, this sounds like a fucking franchise. Like, this is better than any other fucking, experience. Just fucking help me help you type of thing. And literally from there, all of a sudden it became, oh, well, we're going to have fucking factories set up. And I'll answer your question in a minute here, Wiki. Let me just finish this thought. But he's like, look, we'll move this place, and I swear to God, we'll have like 1,000,001 fucking restaurants by the end of the fucking year. And that's literally all the fuck they did. Oh, God damn it. Why did I swing hammers? That's my bad. Oh, wow. He's actually almost out of magic. That's my bad. And literally just basically stole the idea for McDonald's from this, from these brothers. And because all they had was a handshake fucking deal, now the motherfuckers got like billions of dollars. And they literally have their own like beef processing plants and chicken processing plants and all that type of shit set up all over the fucking world, where they don't really kill the animals humanely. They keep the animals in poor living conditions before they're killed. Literally there could be a fucking outbreak of mad cow disease tomorrow, and it could start with a fucking McDonald's burger, because that's the type of conditions that they fucking have, because they're in other countries where the other countries kind of don't give a shit. You know what I mean? And that's not really a dig at other fucking countries. It's just they don't really give a fuck. So again, like that instance, okay, they did good to help out other people by basically fucking everybody else over. You know what I mean? So, favorite Kamen Rider design. To be fair, that one's kind of a tough pick, because we've seen so many different writers, and the fact that the writers started out as an individual person, and then it literally turned into a Sentai thing where there was like a team of writers. So it's one of those things where it's kind of hard, because they've been through so many different changes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I would definitely give major props to the original Kamen Rider. Like, them working with what they got. They were able to pull a damn good suit together, especially for the time frame that it's in. I don't know. Like I said, for the era that it is and everything else along those lines, let me guess, this is going to say you can get the fuck out of here. Okay, so then no, let's head further in. Which means I need Thank God I fucking stocked up on this shit. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I mean, with what it is that they had in terms of the era and everything, it definitely gets major props. Um, like, is it absolutely my hands down favorite? Probably not. But to be fair, the way that we do the episodes, we do them. It's a stream of consciousness thing. Like we look at the suits, we see what's going on with all of that, and then after it's done, it's done. We don't really think about it too much, or at least I don't really think about it too often. Um, Now that I'm going back through the different costumes, um, I figured I'd start with like Sentai, which I technically need to go back through for Bill and Scott, which to be fair, I don't think there's going to be too many zeros there. As well as myself. I always forget to include myself in those. But there's not going to be too many zeros there. Although, to be fair, we did end up having the... in terms of that, Ibrahim, hands down, Burai. Hands down. While I like Jason David Frank, he seems like he's a cool dude. It's one of those things where character-wise, while Tommy Oliver has gone on to do, other Rangers, like different Rangers sets, so he literally, that's the reason why it is they gave him like the Legacy Morpher, was basically to allow him to tap into like the 80 different fucking teams he's been a part of, to be any of those fucking Rangers. It's still one of those things where Burai was still hardcore powerful, because in terms of the Sentai series itself was way fucking more hardcore than Saved by the Bell superheroes. You know what I mean? That's literally all that show was, is it was fucking Saved by the Bell guised as like a fucking superhero show. You know what I mean? And in terms of that, like, yes, we have shit like Smallville, which is basically the exact same thing. It's fucking teenagers with superpowers running around going, I don't know how to control this, and, trying to be teenagers living their lives, but at the same time having to fucking step up and save the world. But Burai, literally, in his show, his job was save the world at all points in time. Doesn't matter if I'm a normal man. Doesn't matter if I'm a man in a suit. It doesn't fucking matter. If I have the ability and the chance to save the world, I'm going to go out and save the fucking world. Why? Because it's the right fucking thing to do. You know what I mean? As fucking cliche superhero as that type of bullshit is, that's literally what his job was. Is, hey, this motherfucker's trying to destroy the planet. Fucking go kill them. Stop them. You know what I mean? Like, literally the only reason why it is Burai lost is because of fucking storyline. You know what I mean? Like, if Burai hadn't, if the show had decided that they were actually going to, keep Burai alive, instead of giving them, like, the voting system like they did, to be like, hey, kids of Japan, fucking vote if you want Burai to live, and do this, and if you don't give a fuck and you'd rather see him die, well, fucking do this one, you know what I mean? Like, almost like what they did with fucking Jason Todd. And they said, here's Jason Todd, as Robin, if you want Jason Todd to live, call this 800 number. If you want Jason Todd to die, call this other 800 number. And people with fucking, like, telephone machines, like cold calling and being like, thank you for the, almost like how Americans bitch about it all the time because we get those fucking shitty spam phone calls a lot. A lot of them, especially as of late, have been, hi, we have been attempting to get a hold of you about your car's extended warranty. And all it is it's a fucking, it's essentially a phishing scam. They're calling to make sure that there's a live human being that'll actually pick up and answer the fucking telephone. If oh yeah, this fucking dog shit. Um, but no, like literally, they ended up, people use those like scam machines to basically dial the 800 number to kill Jason Todd, and they did it kind of like as literally the old school troll. Like that was one of the original motherfucker. Okay, sorry. Had to get around those idiots. But yeah, I mean that was one of the original troll moments. Is people purposely called it and said kill Robin. And then people who weren't reading the fucking comic books, they said, why is Robin dead? And that's because they didn't realize it was Jason Todd and not fucking Dick Grayson. Everybody who grew up with Batman as a fucking kid at that point in time, they had known of Dick Grayson. They didn't know the fucking Jason Todd was the one that was in the fucking costume and got killed by the Joker. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things if that's what the fuck it is. But like I said, if he wouldn't have died, he would have been still a hardcore badass. Oh, that's right. The fucking glowy tiles are goddamn trap tiles. I remember this fucking area now. Fuck, I actually have to go slow with this. Fuck me. Oh, I figured that's pretty much every show when it comes down to it, man. Like, anytime, God fucking damn it, anytime that you have a fucking show, you know, as the show steps into the modern age, you know, it steps up in quality not only for production, but also just simply quality of come on. Fuck you! But anyway, not only does it step up in actual fucking, you know, quality of, you know, the script writing and stuff like that, but there's also better material production, meaning that they can make better fucking suits. Um, I'm literally going as fucking slow as humanly fucking possible so I don't fucking hit the button too many goddamn times. Move, you old fuck. Move, bitch. And then this fucking moron. Oh, I can honestly believe that. But like I said, I don't know what the fuck it is that they're going to be doing today. Um I don't know if it's monsters or robots or costumes or what the fuck. Um I know Scott had an idea where we have some of the Ultramen. So maybe doing some Ultramen, but like I said, after that, Like, usually the way that it works is when we show up, we fucking show up, and then at that point we kind of decide, okay, we have this folder, this folder, this folder, and this folder. Who wants to do what? You know what I mean? So, like I said, it could be Ultraman today. It could be random old school Sentais, or not Sentai, but Tokusatsus. Could be fucking anything, to be fair. It just depends on what everybody's either in the mood for or what it's decided upon is going to end up being the episode. Because, like, we don't really I can't speak. We do not pre-plan anything. The only times that we really pre-plan shit is the season reviews. And the only reason why the season reviews are pre-planned is because, well, you kind of have to need to know, hey, I need you to watch 15 episodes of this series, and on top of needing to watch 15 episodes of the series, I need you to write down what the fuck you saw, what the fuck you thought, any fan theories that might be going on with the actual story in terms of character development, any of that type of fucking nonsense. So, get to it. Because obviously fucking sitting down to watch fucking 15 episodes of a show, okay, well now you have to find the time to watch 15 episodes of a show. Which, speaking of, I've needed to sit my fucking ass down while my fiance isn't here. As I said the other day, one of her aunts died. I think it was her great aunt, to be fair. But she died. She was like 80. So, I mean, it's not like it was anything ridiculous. But she's not here. She hasn't been since, because she had a doctor's appointment on Thursday. So her mom came and got her. And then she went and stayed with her mom to be able to go do that today. But I've had like 6 shows that are sitting on my Netflix list that I need to watch. Like Alice in the Borderland. I started watching that and then kind of stopped because I knew it wasn't anything she'd get into. I've needed to sit down and watch... fuck, what was it? Hold on, let me actually check my list real quick. No, not Reboot, although I'm glad that's still up on Netflix because we've technically needed to dive into that too. Because there's a show that I watch that she doesn't. It's an animated show. Fuck. Oh, Paradise Falls, I believe, is the name of the show. No, Paradise PD. There it is. Because it started up in like a new season. So I've needed to go back and fucking watch that, which is not a fucking show that I know that she'd be into. So I've needed to watch those, which they're only like 30-minute, usually like 25 to 30-minute episodes for, like an adult cartoon, like a Family Guy or something like that. Because that's essentially what it is. It was, it's a show with a bunch of like Comedy Central and Adult Swim animators, and they got the show picked up on Netflix. And I think it's funny, but it's a lot of fucking stoner humor type of thing. Right, exactly. That's that because I knew it was Paradise something. No, it's Paradise PD. But yeah, I've been needing to go back and fucking watch that. Well, kind of can't fucking watch that shit, while she's here because she's not gonna get fucking into it. And then at that point, I'm taking up the TV from both of us either being able to play a fucking video game or watch a show together or do something along those lines. So it's kind of weak sauce. So it's the exact same thing with that. You need to know well in advance, okay, well, we're going to be watching 15 episodes of this show, plot out time. And like I said, that's just me. Bill has less free time than any of us because he's got to work. Sometimes work will force him into an overage, even though what he's doing now is not the same as like what Shane's doing or Nick is doing since they're at the exact same company. But he might get forced into an overage that they won't, which he's first shift, so that really only fucks him, Monday through Friday, because he's up in the offices, even though he's not an office laborer, an office worker. He has his daughter, he has his wife, Each one of the three of them are going to want to watch their own shows or play their own games or do their own thing. And I'm just going to try Dia real quick because I can't remember if he's weak to it or not. No, he's not. Okay. Good. We'll get the learning curve out of the way. But I mean, everybody wants to watch their own thing. And then, after he's done working and then picking up his daughter, from mom's dad's house, essentially, that grandfather, his maternal or her maternal grandpa, after he goes and picks her up from there and then brings her home and then gets her fed and showered and, all that shit and helps with homework, then it's either, okay, well, I could spend an hour playing a video game or I could spend an hour watching a TV show, or he has his YouTube that he's got to do shit for. You know what I mean? So he kind of has less time than any of the rest of us because Nick has his girlfriend and work. I have my fiance and work. Scott has his girlfriend and work. And to be fair, I believe Scott works like 2 part-time jobs, like 2 or 3 part-time jobs, which equal like 1 full-time type of a job. Which, like I said, that might end up being the route that I would end up having to go, which isn't going to be fucking cool. But, like I said, it's one of those things where Bill has even less fucking time. So for him, he's got to figure out, okay, I got to do these 15. So that means I got to watch like 2 or 3 episodes a day and, really write down, what's going on. And for most of us, to make sure that the series reviews go a hell of a lot easier, we'll watch the shows twice. So we'll run through the 15 and just kind of watch them. And then we'll run through the 15 again. And this time, we're going to take notes. Like one of those types of fucking things. So that way then you can really see what the fuck is actually going on in an episode. See how the character dynamics are. See what the episode dynamics look like. Shit like that. And then be able to pull off the insane theories that we have. Like how Zordon kind of fucked up the universe by his team not being able to stop any of the baddies the first time around, when his team had the Quasar Sabers and they were the fucking Space Rangers, or the fact that there's a fucking basement where if you talk back to Zordon, he's going to send your ass down to the fucking basement where you're going to have cheese sandwiches or Steve, for some protein. Now, while that last one's kind of a fucking joke, because in the movies, they or not the movie, but the show Serpentera gets fucked up, so we come up with, oh well, there's Serpentera batteries because we've seen the fucking Megazord get struck by lightning and fucking heal itself, or get struck with lightning and then use that to use its fucking final slash, that type of shit. So, like I said, we'll usually watch everything like twice. Now, in terms of like the movies that we watch, like the Turbo movie, or the the Mighty Morphin that came out, to get them the ninja costumes, which is hardcore non-canon. That type of shit. I know, at least for me, I watched it once, and that was fucking it. I watched it the once, I took down the notes, I wrote down what the fuck was happening, shit like that, like almost like a riff tracks kind of a thing, and then got a little bit better about it later on. So, everybody has their process, essentially, and for some people, the process is a little bit easier than others, especially in the group. Where, like, what Shane does is he waits until the day of, watches all of the episodes, and then knows everybody else has done their fucking homework, so he's just kind of gonna come on in and see what the fuck everybody else is talking about and be like, oh yeah, I remember that part, and fucking this happens, and it's fucking stupid. It's like, yes, Shane. Yes. You're absolutely right. That did happen. And yes, that was absolutely fucking stupid that happened that way. You know what I mean? And again, nothing to it, nothing against him. It's just, that's his fucking process. So, like I said, it is what it is. Alright. And then, now I can't remember, because I know I got to get to the Lifespring Grotto. Which, luckily, that one, it'll tell me. Down that way. No, because I don't remember there ever being a Ranger team that was question mark. Unless you mean a Ranger team that was questionable. Because, I mean, to be fair, there's been a few Ranger teams that have been questionable. A Ranger team that was yours? Do you mean like which Ranger team that I started on, or which Ranger team was my favorite? Like, because if it comes down to like what team like I originally started on, it was obviously Mighty Morphin, which was Juranger, like most Americans, since that's where we started out as. But in terms of like a team that was my favorite, I mean, that one's kind of hard to pick, just simply from the standpoint of every single one of the teams has their strengths and their weaknesses. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain teams that worked better as an actual unit, and then there were teams that team you picking. Okay, so again, that does need some clarification, because like I said, if it's like a favorite team, like I said, that one's a little bit harder to decipher, and just simply from the standpoint of it's been a while since I've seen a lot of them. I want to say Lost Galaxy is right about the time that I actually did stop watching when I was a kid, because I started getting into like other shit. But to be fair, I've always been a kid at heart. So I mean, like I said, I literally made it all the way through space, and then got into Lost Galaxy, like the very beginnings of it, like right about where we're at in terms of the season review, and then was just like, most of it I didn't fucking remember. You know what I mean? Because I was too busy watching other shit. Most people my age, usually they got out of it a hell of a lot faster. Usually because like parents or grandparents kind of like forced them to stop watching that shit. So they moved on to other shit like MTV stuff with like Beavis and Butthead. Or just simply watching like music videos on MTV and stuff like that. So they really got caught up in like that generational thing of it. Usually because they had older brothers and sisters, but since I was the oldest, I was the one who was supposed to be forming stuff that I was like, I like this, and then, my brother and sister were supposed to come behind me and be like, well, he likes that, and he's older, so I mean, it must be something cool. But to be fair, I was a fucking loser kid. You know what I mean? I was a loser as a kid. I'm a loser as an adult. Don't fucking bother me one little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's no skin off my ass in terms of, the shit that I like or the shit that I don't like whether people agree with it or disagree with it. But I mean, in terms of like a favorite team, like I said, that one's harder to go by because if I'm just going with like what characters do I think were the coolest, it might be a completely different team from like the group that I ended up thinking, um, had the best in terms of like story. Let me see here, because Bill just messaged everybody. Um, um, do, 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 do. Okay, so Bill says he feels a little bit better. His body's still a little fucked up, but he is feeling better. He's just not sure whether he's going to be in the episode or not. Just simply from the standpoint of he's got a raging headache. Like the way that he put it in the thing, it's like being hungover type of a headache. So that to me is more of a migraine more than anything. But at the same time, he's also been dealing with migraines from cutting out caffeine completely out of his life. So by cutting out the fucking caffeine and shit, yeah, that's gonna give you some major, major headaches. Um, which Nick replied, no, that sounds about right for most people when they get their second shot, for the COVID. So, yeah, in terms of that, like I said, he's still not sure what the fuck's going down. But he's like, hey, if people want to come over and film at my place, with the studio, you can. But he basically stated it might be easier as well just to have everybody who's going to be in the episode just go over to Scott's. That way then it could be a test run over at fucking Scott's place with his recording equipment and everything like that. Which, to be fair, if that does end up being the case, I'm not sure if Scott has a board and mics or not. I know he has his own mic for when he does his own shit, but after that, they may still have to stop over at Bill's anyway, just to get up like the board and the mics. So, oh fuck, really? So that lady actually sells shit, does she? Let me save this up real quick. Holy fuck, an actual inn. Let me use your inn 1,000. Jesus Christ. Thank God I got money coming out of my fucking ears at this point. Oh, wow. I can literally go back, and if I'm like, hey, I'm never gonna need this magic... Fuck. Yeah, let's reset. Real quick here. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay. Watch a video about it that you guys starting picking your own ranger team. Oh, to be fair, I don't think I heard much about Legend. I I mean, to be fair, I might have, but it's not anything that really rings, too hardcore of a bell in my head. Fucking just go that way, you dumb schmuck. Wow, yeah, this literally is just a fucking mage village, so... Yeah, if I need to swap out fucking spells, I probably could. In fact... Cura, Null Blaze, and Heal. I might go back and get rid of, since I have Null All, I might go back and get rid of, like, the Null spells that I have. So I could swap them out for the others. Which means then that the black mages are going to try to teach me black magic, which isn't going to do me any good, but... Okay. That's kind of interesting. You know what? Let me save my game here. I'm going to set up an across-the-board quick save. Okay. Alright, but yeah, give me 2 seconds, man. Let me actually look into that. Oh, wait, I already was in the fucking internet. Son of a bitch. Me am smart. Okay. To be fair, I haven't really been watching too much in terms of Netflix. Although to be fair, I am waiting on Stranger Things. I'm waiting on a lot of shit to come back. Okay, and then real quick, in terms of that, Ibrahim, from what I'm seeing from Power Ranger Legends, so you might be thinking of something else, but Legends looks like it's a fighting game. Let me see here. Yeah, there's a fighting game that came out in 2007, and it looks like it was literally all the teams up until that point you could literally pick like a couple characters from and fight with. Because let's see, it was on PS2, Windows, the GameCube, the Wii, and the DS. Oh wow, it didn't even get an Xbox run, which is weird. Although, to be fair, when it comes down to it, I mean, Windows technically is Microsoft, but... But I mean, yeah, in terms of, for you, Wiki, for Netflix, like I said, I'm waiting on Lucifer to come back because they're supposed to finish out the show and make it the last season. I'm waiting on Stranger Things. Still technically waiting on another season of Umbrella Academy. But after that, like, really the big things I've been doing in terms of, like, watching shows is, as I've said before on the podcast, I watch NCIS, so when those episodes come out, I watch those. My girl and I have been watching Young Rock when it comes out on Hulu. And it's a really good show. I'm not sure if the season's done or not. Which, if the season's done, it might be something where, the show's over. Of course, I've been watching Disenchanted from Matt Groening on Hulu as well. I'm waiting for the next season of Animaniacs, whenever that's going to end up happening, because I know it's coming. I follow a lot of those guys on Twitter, and I want to say that they've been talking about getting the second season moving, which I do believe it got renewed for a second season, but obviously in animation it takes a shit ton longer than like live action shows to get shit taken care of. But I mean, like I said, there's a lot of shit, but yeah, I mean, well, yeah, there's definitely major flaws when it comes down to streaming, because the reason being is in America we had cable, and cable television worked this way. Now, regardless of whether it was actual cable or it was satellite, the way that it worked is you paid money to a company, and the company would basically give you access to as many fucking channels as you signed up for. So, like, a lot of the cable stations and especially the satellite stations have over 1,000 channels for you to pick from. And because of that, cable packages, like, even if you just wanted, like, a standard, you wanted an NBC, a CBS, an NBC. So you wanted your NBC, a CBS, a Fox, which are like, the big main, stations, which normally come in as, local programming as well. The big networks just kind of take over from like 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock, and they would show like the specific shows that they're going to show for that day. You know what I mean? So, like, NCIS is a CBS-owned show, which is owned by Paramount, so on Paramount Plus, I can watch that type of shit. But if it were on regular cable, that would mean Tuesday night at, like, 7 o'clock for an hour with commercials. Because without commercials, it's like 45 minutes per episode, I believe. But it literally is, you would have to tune in, you'd have to watch the show, you'd have to see what's going on, they give you the little cliffhanger before going to a fucking commercial break, all that other bullshit, and literally you would have to pay, like, because they don't offer that type of a program. You know what I mean? Like, not unless you get, like, a digital signal converter. Used to be rabbit ears is what it was back in the day. But you'd either have to get like a digital signal converter, which I have on my TV, but to be fair, where I'm at, they don't really have too many shows that go out on that. So I mean, I can get like Fox if I want to watch football, and it comes in staticky and grainy and looks like ass. But in order to get something like that, that's literally the only way to do it. If you get cable, you're automatically shoehorned into getting, like, everything. So you get, like, a Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, Disney. So both the Disney Channel and Disney XD. Like, you literally, you end up getting, like, fucking all the 1,000 channels. But then the thing is even though you can tune into all 1,000 channels, not all of them are going to work unless you pay for specific subscriptions. So you basically pay $50 a month to get a cable box that allows you access to their network of over 1,000 different channels. And then after you pay your subscription for your over 1,000 channel network, then you have to pay X amount of money to be able to get the NFL network if you want to watch, American football. And then you have to pay for a subscription for, like, the MLB if you want to watch baseball. And then you have to pay a subscription for the NHL if you want to watch hockey. And then you have to pay a subscription for, rugby or golf or highlight or bowling or soccer, or whatever other sport. So each sport has its own set of bullshit. And then if you want like an HBO or a Stars or a Showtime or anything like that, you have to buy the specific movie package that gives you those types of fucking shows. If you want, like if you've got little kids and you want to get certain like Nick Jr. or Disney Jr. or any of that bullshit, well, you have to pay for the child package. You know what I mean? So like the what is it? The infant prepubescent, like preteen fucking package to get those. Um, Forever Ranger Legends from the Sentai Review. Oh, okay. Then that might yeah, then that was an episode from a while back, which is why I don't remember it. But I mean, yeah, that's the way fucking cable TV worked. You had to, pick what channels it is you're going to watch, and then you have to pay for those. So now on top of that, each package that you're getting, like if you get the sports package, that's an extra $20 to $30 for that package. If you want the movie package, that's an extra like $30 to $40. Sometimes, especially if you're getting like the Stars and the Showtime and the HBO and all that, you got to pay upwards of like $60 to $70 a fucking month, so you can watch all the movies that you want to watch unedited, next to no commercials, because obviously they're going to do some commercial to be like, hey, wasn't that a great movie? Well, here's the next movie that's coming up here in like the next 15-20 minutes, or in the next like 15 to 20 seconds, so go pop you a bag of popcorn and get ready to watch this movie. So literally cable bills turned into $200-$300, especially if you wanted to watch all 1,000 plus fucking channels of television. And there's not enough fucking time in the day. So you were basically wasting your fucking money. Oh, and I saw there was a message, is basically Bill saying, well, not everybody has been sicker than a fucking dog shit after getting the second COVID shot. But like I said, that's luck of the draw. But now with the streaming, okay, well, now if I want Hulu, which I have, in order for me to get Hulu and basically watch all the Hulu programming, and I paid for just like regular Hulu with no ads, which I have to pull open my Bill app. Hold on. To actually check that shit. Let me see here. Hulu without ads is $12 a month. Netflix is $18 a month. For CBS All Access, it's $10 a month. Now, that's for right now. Technically speaking, I believe that goes out the window after a year for the Paramount Plus, because the Paramount Plus, when you'd signed up for it, they were having a deal when it was transferring from CBS All Access over to Paramount Plus. They had a deal where you could get like the entire year for like $10 a month type of a thing. And then here after the year is up, which I believe is supposed to be next February or March, it's going to jump up, because I also paid for the without ads feature on it as well. So that's supposed to jump from like 10 to 20 or some shit like that. So literally for Hulu plus Netflix plus the CB or the Paramount Plus, as well as, like I said, I pay for the YouTube Premium, which is, $11.99 or basically $12. And to be fair, I also have a subscription on Twitch for the Unexpectables D&D channel, which is Takahata 101 of Team 4-Star, along with his sister Monty Glue, who's their DM. They run like 3 different D&D campaigns. So the main campaign is the Unexpectables, which is Taka, Mani, their friend Distortion Devil, Connor McKinley, who got a few lines in Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, Gaijin Goomba, who was put in Hellsing Ultimate Abridged because him and Taka became fast friends, Chris Zito, who is an animator and is best known for the what is it, like the Awesome Rangers or whatever Flash cartoon on Newgrounds, because he helped to animate it and did some of the voices. as well as Taka has a friend, Edward Bosco, who is currently a part of the campaign. He stopped in to be a guest character, and for some reason, like, he just kind of stuck around. Pick my own Ranger team. Red Space, Pink Galaxy, Green RPM, Yellow Wildfire. Okay, no, to be fair, that's not actually a terrible little team. But anyway, and that's literally just the one that they run. Then the next campaign that they run is Prince Division, which is basically like a modern day take on D&D. It's like if D&D was real but in the modern age. So they have cars and cell phones and the internet and video games and shit like that. And that one ends up being Monty is the DM. Distortion Devil, because I wanted to call him out. Everybody knows it's Connor. Connor McKinley, the Distortion Devil. Connor is in that. Edward Bosco's in that again. And then Ed has he's got a friend called, her name is Sarah Ann Willia. In the U.S., she's a voice actress as well. Like, one of her big claims to fame is she is the voice actress for Hello Kitty. Here in the States, as well as there's a guy named Arkov, who's a big streamer as well, and voice actor, I believe, and he runs that campaign with them. And then because Monty was getting burnt out by running 2 fucking stories where it was like she had to be ready for the Wednesday show, which is the main group, and then the Saturday show, which is the secondary campaign, because the boys take over in October, and they call it Orktober, so they run a Warhammer campaign. Bosco took over as well. We're at the end of Orktober, moving into near the end of November. They ended up running They ended up running basically like a different Dungeons and Dragons type of campaign. But she, after seeing that, and that gave her time to basically prep for the entire year to be able to do Wednesday show, Saturday show, Wednesday show, Saturday show, Wednesday show, Saturday show, you know what I mean? So now they've added a third one to the mix, which is Connor runs it. I can't fucking think of the name of it, which is going to irritate me. But either way, that's a fucking long story short. It's basically, it's called Gateway. It's a Fallout D&D game with a homebrew system, which is like a D6 system. But either way, that one's actually pretty cool because it's Connor runs it, and then they get Nick Lanny Pator from Team 4-Star. They have him playing. Their friend Caitlin, who's also a voice actress, plays with them, and then Hey Mr. Rabbit plays with them on that as well as Sarah shows up to play that game. So Connor's really the only one who plays all 3 games, but then Connor also does other D&D shit as well, because Lanny runs his own D&D game on Mondays. But I've fallen so far behind, which is the only thing that really fucking sucks about Dungeons & Dragons, is if you're watching any of the shows, like whether you're listening to a podcast or if you're watching, the live streams on Twitch, if you don't keep up with that shit, you could fall behind to a point where you now know nothing of what the fuck is going on. So you basically have to go all the way back to the beginning and pick up and go from there. So, like, all of those D&D campaigns I mentioned, Prince Division and Gateway are probably going to be the 2 easiest ones to get into, because Gateway, I think they're on episode 8. I think they're doing one tonight, which is going to be episode 9. Or maybe they ran Gateway last weekend, and it's supposed to be Prince Division tonight. But like I said, they're only on like 8 or 9. Prince Division is on like episode 20-something. So, I mean, they're kind of in there, but really, to be fair, at 4 hours a piece per, podcast, or even if you want to watch, the Twitch streams. I mean, yeah, that's quite a bit of time, but to be fair, while the streams are like 4 hours, the first half hour is them just bullshitting. You know what I mean? So there's not really a whole hell of a lot that's going on there. So it's technically like 3 to 3.5 hours because they take a break in the middle to stop and take a piss and get food and do all that stuff you would normally do when playing Dungeons and Dragons. So like I said, it's maybe like 3.5 hours, especially if they decide to go long for the night. Unexpectables is on episode 80 something, I believe. I believe it's been going for almost 3 years now. So that's 3 years every single Wednesday. No, I think they're at 100 and something. Because it'd be 52 in a year. 52 times 2. Yeah, they're at like 100 and something. Like I said, somewhere between like 120 and 150 some. Only because I could look it up, but I got my app open so I can make my fucking point here. But I mean, yeah, like that shit, it's good shit, but if I happen to miss it because I either slept through the start and have to go back and watch the VOD, then I want to be able to do so without Twitch interrupting me every 3 fucking minutes to be like, hey, here's an ad for Coca-Cola. Hey, here's an ad for Doritos. Hey, here's an ad for Taco Bell. Hey, here's an ad for some fucking cologne. Hey, here's an ad for... I don't fucking need that shit. So just for my own sanity and having the ability to not listen to fucking ads, which to be fair helps the channel, but so am I. Like the ads, they only get like pennies on the ads that you watch. Like the revenue that they get from you watching an ad is next to nothing. So, like I said, with $7 for a Twitch subscription, $12 for YouTube, that right there is already sitting at about $20. Then we add on 10 for CBS, that's $30. Then we have Netflix and Hulu, which is at 18 and 12 respectively, so that's another $20. So I'm already paying $50 a fucking month for literally Hulu, which my fiance watches and I don't really watch. Netflix, which neither one of us really watch that often. She might every now and again, decide she's going to watch a movie. Later on, man. CBS, which I really only use that to watch like 2 shows. She at least watches it more than I do. YouTube, which I do all the fucking time. And then for Twitch, which is mainly me, that's $50 fucking dollars. So like I said, that's $50 fucking dollars right there. So I mean, that's just that fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like that's a little on the extreme fucking side. So, which by the way, while I'm actually in my bill app there, because I paid Comcast, so I have internet. Ooh, fuck! I forgot. I gotta pay my car insurance this month, which is $80. So, like I said, living on minimum wage is fucking hard as shit. Like I said, $1,000 just to have a roof over my head, some heat, and some electricity. And that's not even counting food or the $50 I'm spending on bullshit. Or the internet that I need to be able to do streams and shit. Or even just fucking update the fucking website. You know what I mean? Like, I can't update the RSS feed or any of that shit without the internet. And it used to be easy enough when I was living at the Roach Motel I was talking about yesterday, where all I had to do was go up to the laundromat. There was like a Wi-Fi hotspot because it was next to, what was it? It was next to a McDonald's. So I go up to the laundromat, throw in my laundry, and then I could literally siphon internet from McDonald's and update the RSS feed real quick, like have everything pre-typed, and then all I had to do was log in, drop the episode, copy down how much, like how long the episode is, put that in there, grab the fucking website code, like the actual URL, put the URL in the right spot, and after the URL is in the right spot, save it, and then re-upload that file. Like, literally doing that to update for... You know what? I'll even be fucking extreme about it. If I was to update the RSS feed and I already had everything pretty much set and ready to go, it would take me, like, to drop the episodes in, and then update the actual podcast itself, so that way then people would have access to the episode. I'd say like 5 minutes tops. And that's using slow as shit, like leeching off like a public public Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? So that type of shit doesn't mean much to the average person, but I mean that's literally what the fuck it would take. Nope, can't get me. And then null all, just to be on the safe side. Null all. Because there's no point in me casting fucking invis on anybody for any fucking reason. Just simply from the standpoint of... It's supposed to make me harder to hit, but half this guy's shit isn't going to do anything to me anyway. But... like I said, if I were to tally up everything, including groceries and that, like I said, $1,000 for me to live. Car insurance is like $100 a month. Internet is $140. I've got the 50 and all the extra streaming stuff, so that's an extra $200 roughly. So that means I have to come up with, $1,200. So $1,200 is what I have to come up with every single month in order to be able to pay my bills. And that doesn't include, like I said, that's not including food. That's not including phone bill. That's not including... let's see. So that's $1,200 without... Yeah, $1,200, and that's not including food, any of the entertainment, putting gas in my vehicle, buying cigarettes, which I need to fucking quit again, because I did good for the last 3 months, and then picked up again like a fucking dumbass. I was doing so good, too. 5 fucking months no smoking, cold turkey. And then all of a sudden it was like, yeah, I'm going to start smoking again. But yeah, gasoline for my vehicle to get to and from work and to see the guys. Cigarettes for my own mental stability. Food. Food for me, food for my cats. Because, obviously I can't feed the cats people. Well, I can technically feed my cats people food, but it's not good for them to be eating shit like tuna fish and chicken. You know what I mean? Which is basically what I would end up getting them if I had to get them actual people food. Although, to be fair, I suppose I could actually cook it up right and make it into a pate of sorts. Nope, can't use the Genji cap. Cool. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I thought that was the viewing globe again. And I mean, all that adds up pretty fucking quick. Like, for me to fill up my gas tank from empty all the way to full, depending upon whether we're in the middle of a fucking stupid bunch of political bullshit, if gas prices are decent, it's maybe like $40 to go from empty to full Um, cigarettes are like $12 per pack of cigarettes, and cigarettes usually last me like 2 days for a pack of 20 cigarettes. So that's about 10 in a day, roughly. So, and I get them up, 2 packs at a time. So that's like almost $30 for 2 packs of cigarettes, which will last me, like I said, a couple days. Food, that kind of depends, because to be fair, luckily my girlfriend has been, we refer to it as Link. It's like food stamps, so kind of like a welfare thing. um, Ooh, Hermes shoes, actually. Oh wow, you can put on the Zephyr cape. Okay, that's fine. 47. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. Oh no, that's right. Hermes shoes aren't an item. They're well, they're an item. They're not an equipment. Okay. But yeah, so I mean, we luckily through the government end up getting like $200 every month, roughly, to spend on groceries. So I mean, it's a lot of the same shit, to be quite honest. We always buy hamburger, some form of like a pot roast, like no, literally we get like a pot roast. Um, we get like flank steaks, which are used for shit like Salisbury steak, um, or pork chops or something like that, just to kind of break up the monotony of eating like food with hamburger in it. Like a bag of frozen boneless chicken breasts that we can, make into like soups and stews and shit like that. Um, maybe like a box of cereal every month, because we have to get the family size to make sure that it lasts a little bit longer, since neither one of us really eats cereal too often. Um, she's got to have certain foods like oatmeal, a couple cartons of eggs. Usually for the entire month, we'll go through like 10 to 12 loaves of bread, because we get like turkey and salami and ham and roast beef and shit like that to make sandwiches. Peanut butter to make peanut butter and jellies. Crackers as a snack, to have like crackers with some peanut butter on it. Shit like that. Oh, fuck me, this stupid ass thing. Which means you go indoors and outdoors until you figure out where the fuck the kid is. Which I should be looking through my walkthrough instead of blindly running around, which he's over there in that hut with the grass. Okay, let me fucking... Sorry. Playing a game is a pain in the ass sometimes, especially when you gotta deal with fucking stupid shit like this. Did I just warp all the way fucking back? I believe I did. Wait, no, I found the kid. No, let's try. Nope, that's the actual house that you start from. Okay, so let's go here first. Okay, so we gotta go through that one. Let's see if there's another fucking house I can go into. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Hi, stupid. Hey, stand fucking still. There. But yeah, so I mean, literally to live in America, at least in the area that I'm in. Now, to be fair, my rent would technically only be $600, but they charge for the fact that we have 2 cats. As if my cat can go out and get a fucking job. You know what I mean? Like, that's the stupidity and hypocrisy. Because, like, I feel like if I paid the fucking pet deposit, you know what I mean? Like, gave the landlords and that some fucking money. So that way that if my cats scratch the shit up out the walls and they've got to redo the walls because of the cats, or, you know, if something happened where they pissed on the walls and then, you know, in the carpets and now they've got to redo the carpeting, you know, that would be one fucking thing. But they literally charge per month like $30 or some shit per animal, which is fucking stupid. But yeah, my rent would only be like $600 instead of almost $700 if I didn't have my cats. But then I'd also go fucking stir crazy because anybody who loves animals, you know, it's kind of fucking stupid for somebody to go, yeah, you're not allowed to have an animal, you know, like you just go fucking stir crazy. Speaking of going stir crazy, I found the fucking house I was supposed to go to at one fucking point in time. Okay, so let's try this door. Nope, not that door. Is there another door? Okay, then that just takes me back to there. Okay, so then... Nope, not that door. Maybe this door? Yes, that door. Thank fucking God. Stairway over there in the corner. And now it opens. Fucking stupid bullshit. 5 more floors to go, and then I'm fucking done with this area. And then I have to fucking leave my airship behind to go get my actual fucking boat. So that way then once I have my actual fucking boat, I can go to the last fucking place. I'm not even to fucking 60 yet. I got a fuck ton of money, which does me no good, but I suppose I can use that to go stock up on items. Like ethers and that, but whatever. Although, to be fair, I've only got 15 minutes left because I told myself at about 9 o'clock I'd stop and start calling these fucking places about my van, so who knows. We might be mid-dungeon, and then I'll just be like, alright, I'm fucking out. Fucking tarantulas. Can we... Although, to be fair, luckily for me, these idiots keep dropping items, which is good. It's less shit I'll have to buy later on. The problem is, the really good shit like elixirs, you could only find in certain spots. I don't know. It's all a bunch of bullshit at the end of the day, so it doesn't really matter. But, like I said, just to be able to live where I'm at in my area and have all the shit that I have, it's like almost $2,000. And like I said, I'm working slightly above minimum fucking wage. So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's a big pain in the ass. And to make matters worse, most companies have been doing this thing for a long fucking time, and I can't think of the actual term for it, but there's a specific term. I believe it to be called, like, product deflation, I think is the name of it. Basically, what ends up happening is, in order to keep the cost of certain items the exact same, what they do is they give you less amount of said item. So, like, for example, if you go to buy a regular box of cereal, back in, like, okay, no, here's a really good, really great fucking example. So there's a movie with Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy from fucking Married with Children, and the movie is called it's called Dutch. Um, it's a really great fucking movie about a guy who's like a middle class Joe. He meets the woman of his dreams. You know, she used to be married to this really wealthy guy. She had a lot of fucking money. She kind of grew up. Um, or really not so much grew up, but she got used to having him around. The douchebag guy. But she got used to having her ex-husband around. Um, and him having like metric fuck tons of money. Why am I hitting with hammers? Oh yeah, right, because I'm almost out of fucking magic. Whatever. There. Oh, goody, a vampire fang. That does me no fucking good. But anyway, so she was originally from like a middle class upbringing as well. So after, after they got the divorce, she got some of his money and she had been used to, living with him, and him having all the money when they had their son. Well, now now that they're divorced, she doesn't have douchebag's money, so she's gone back to being a normal, average fucking person. But the kid is a fucking douchebag trust fund baby because daddy's worth like 100,000, like 100 million fucking dollars. Like, think in terms of the douchiness, like, the dad is essentially like Donald fucking Trump, and the kid is like one of Trump's fucking loser children. You know what I mean? Where the only reason why they're famous is because they're fucking Donald Trump's children. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing that they have, is the fact that their last name is the same as his fucking orange pedophile, where it's on record that he went to fucking Pedophile Island, where his best friend was basically like finding underage girls and pimping them out to like rich famous celebrities. You know what I mean? Like fucking Trump. So think that type of level of douchebag. So only luckily in the movie that guy isn't a fucking pedophile. So he's technically a little bit better than he was, but that's not the fucking point. The point is there's a scene where Ed O'Neill as Dutch is driving down to go pick up the kid from boarding school, because the kid's in fucking boarding school in like Tennessee or I keep wanting to say Kentucky, but either way, like he's kind of like down south type of fucking thing. So he's driving down to go and visit him, and he literally pulls out a king-size Butterfinger bar from the 90s. Now, a king-size Butterfinger bar in the 90s would have cost you $1.30. And the fucking thing is literally as long as a grown adult's forearm. Like, later on, they had kept the candy bar the same. They raised the price of it, but they'd referred to it as movie theater size. So you could still get them, but you could only get them if you went to like a movie theater. So, flash forward now to present day, where if you get a king-size candy bar, doesn't matter if it's a Butterfinger or a Milky Way or whatever, a king-size candy bar is essentially 2, quote, fun size, which is maybe the size of the average adult pinky finger. And you take 2 of them and you put them in the pack, and that is now classified as a king size. It's still a king size candy bar. It still costs you like $1.30 for the fucking candy bar. But what they did is they essentially took the concept, or not the concept, but they kept the concept of a king size, and what they did is they put less product in it. And the reason being is because, one, it keeps their costs down because it costs so much money to get fucking chocolate. And it costs so much fucking money to get, like, peanut butter if you want, like, a Reese cup. Or, you know, coconut if you want, like, an Almond Joy. Or if you want a Mounds. You know, like, it costs money to make M&Ms. And what's the easiest way to fucking keep that cost down? Well, it's simple. I'm going to charge you the exact same amount, but I'm going to give you less product. Cereals have been doing this for a long fucking time. Back when I was a child, a regular size box of, like, we'll just say Lucky Charms, just for the fucking sake of it. So, a regular ass size box of fucking Lucky Charms is now what is known as a family size. Meaning, oh, fuck me, I went in with a... Really? I forgot it was you. Son of a bitch. Alright, fucking full life is that. Courage is only 35. It's easier just to do that. And then protect, because he's going to keep fucking slapping me with his fucking tentacles. And this is going to be the one time I will use Invis. To make it harder for me to be hit, because he's... You're a son of a bitch. Did you know that? If you didn't fucking know that, now you do. Which means now I have to go back through the fucking process of cast protect, cast invisible, and then holy, and then holy. Motherfucker. Come on, boys. Gonna get one more round of holy out of... No, I get one use of holy from myself. After that, I don't have enough for anything the fuck else. Smack with a hammer. Okay. Save your Hilaga for later. Smack with a hammer. Smack with a fucking hammer. Holy. And do not hit me, you dumb fuck. Because I only got a couple fucking minutes before I got to start fucking calling this place. To, 1, see if they're even open. And then 2, if they are open, I need to see how much it's going to fucking be for me to stop in and they do like a quick estimate. So you use holy. You know what? No, I have an X potion. Do it. And you know what? I know I've got me some fucking items. Let's see what items I fucking got. Hey, look, I have 1 elixir. Cool. Alright, Null Blaze. Turbo Ether. That's not bad. Cast Haste. Oh, yeah. No, trust me, I know. Like I said, I got off work at 5 o'clock this morning. It's now 9. So after I came home and got a shower, which I think I set the stream up at like 5:30. So yeah, no, that's about right. Let me see here. Fairy Tonic, temporarily raise max MP. Well, that would have been nice to know earlier. Luck Plus, Power Plus, Soma Drop, Emergency Exit, I can't use. Blue Fang! Use a Blue Fang. In fact, you use the Red Fang. Alright, Thunder hits at least a little bit harder, so. Fuck was that Fang at? Fact, Vampire Fang. Oh no, that's Paralysis, that won't work. Because I know I had a few more. There they are. Damn it. Come on, motherfucker. Be dead. Oh, fuck, that's right. I'm out of those. Red Fang. Fuck did it go? There it is. Red Fang. Red Fang. Come on, you dumb fuck. Alright, boys and girls. Wait, are you shitting me? I've got Mega Licks. Motherfucker, if I didn't need to save that for the final fight. Oh, I've got a fuck ton of White Fangs. Look at that. Thank God for killing motherfuckers. Oh. Oh, it does nothing. I would have been better off hitting with a fucking hammer. Fuck you. Fuck it. Hit this asshole with a hammer. To be fair, luckily the hammer that I use does fucking thunder damage, so it'll at least hit a little harder since he's weak to it. Not wasting it yet. Gotta save up them heals for later. Alright, it's 9 o'clock. I'm not... Okay. I'm gonna finish out this fight, and then after I finish out this fight, that's probably where I'm gonna call it a day, is once I can get outside and fucking heal up. Hey Shane, I think it's time to heal the whole fucking... Nope, that's Nick. Shane, it's time to waste the last of your fucking magic and heal up the whole fucking team. There, because now at least you're the fucking weak one. Oh shit. Just be fucking dead, goddammit. I have shit to fucking do today. I gotta fucking watch the stream as opposed to fucking be there in it. I gotta see about getting my fucking van fixed so I could get to more of the fucking streams. Or not streams. Episode 11? That's been out for a while. I ain't gone yet, but if you gonna bounce, that's fair enough, man. Fuck it, I'll waste the mega elixir. This wouldn't be the fucking case if I would have been smart and actually healed up before I came the fuck up in this bitch. But at least now the entire team can holy the fuck up out this stupid, unholy goddamn croctopus! Fucking dickhead looking motherfucker. But yeah, like I said, they're not going to be streaming for another hour. So, I mean, if you need to bounce, Wiki, bounce. I mean, do what you need to do, man. Like I said, I'm going to try to finish this up. And like I said, the place that I'm looking at going to get my shit taken care of for the van. Because like I said, it's not like I'm getting it fixed. I'm essentially getting an estimate to see what it would cost to get it fixed and to see what's even busted that needs fixing anyway. Yeah, I'll take that. And you know what? Bill keeps fucking having to do a lot of slapping around too. So let's go with that. Okay, so now that asshole's fucking dead. Let me save that. No. Wait, is that not the end? Oh, god damn it, it keeps fucking going. Oh, I see what you're talking about now. Okay. No, fair enough, man. Like I said, I did finally get to the end of that fight. That fight can fucking eat my chode. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it here. We will we'll pick this shit up later. I know I work tonight, which is a full shift. Which, to be fair, that's really been the only benefit, I guess, is really the